Boom.
And we're off.
I was fixing the squeak in my chair as best I could.
Yes.
You're welcome, everybody. Sorry we're late.
That's all right. We should just say 8-ish
Yeah, or 11-ish.
or 11-ish.
Yep.
Whatever works. What's going on, everybody? Molds RC, Curtis D, Sean's RC Adventures. That's as far as I can see. That's on.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
far.
And then me.
And then you, yeah.
Yeah. Welcome, guys. We're going to be wrenching, talking RC, all the things.
All the
Squeak is
normal
back.
things. Oh.
Maybe it's got to work in the WD-40. Do spins. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to be working on finishing up this guy.
That looks
Grasshopper. So this is the
sick.
Furitek Grasshopper brassed out Furitek hybrid links on it. And these are some of the heaviest links. There's a lot of brass links. These ones are super heavy.
I like it.
So yeah, it's all Furitek'd out with the Micro Komodo, their transmission, the Avatar receiver, and the Lizard Pro.
It's like
and Honey Badger.
Awesome.
It's heavy.
It looks dope. Looks really good.
So if I finish that, I'll get through a couple things I'm working on, then we'll get to some stuff. I have the new Furitek 10.
Oh, I was wondering about those.
System here.
Yeah.
So their new ESC for 10th scale.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
Aluminum top casing. I think the bottom's aluminum too. Yeah.
Very interested in that.
Black and red. Bluetooth enabled to tune it with the app.
Is that is that dongle just hardwired in now, or is it plugged in?
It's still plugged in. Yep.
Okay.
And then the three motor leads right here.
I forgot to hit my
your sneeze button.
Sorry, guys. That's cool, man. Do you have specs on that? Like how many amps or what the BEC value is? All that kind of stuff.
I think it was 45, and you can take the BEC up. You know, I should know this. It's on their Facebook. So that's where I'm going right now. I'm not looking at you anymore. Oh, no, actually, I'm looking at both of us now on Facebook.
Nice. So while you're looking that up, who jumped in? Slave, Ravoxo, Big Head RC, Jeffrey, Matthew, Cycle Garage, B. Kochner, Facebook user. Welcome. Hello. Thanks for stopping in.
Built-in switchable 6-volt or 8-volt 5-amp BEC.
8-volt?
Yep.
Nice. That's nice.
I'm looking to see more information. I thought it was 45 amp.
Oh, that seems slim. That seems slim for a crawler. I'm thinking at least 80.
60 amp.
Okay.
Constant current, 100 amp burst current.
Ooh.
2 to 4S LiPo.
Ooh.
And they have 2 different models of motors for it.
Wait a minute.
There's a thicker one and a thinner one. Which one did I get? I got the thinner one, 2300 kV, 2808 size.
So you can run that at 4S?
Yep.
Nice. I want to try that, Jazz. That's some power.
So yeah, it says 20 millimeter removable fan. So it's just a small little fan on top here, but it should be. I never run fans almost ever. So
yeah.
Yeah, over temperature and max current protection, real-time telemetry up to 10 hertz.
That's cool.
Audible alerts. So it does have support. KV limit is 1600 kV to 2300 kV only. And so they have motors that they say work with.
Okay.
That they list. And those motors are the Furitek Outrunner.
Okay.
This one. 2808 or the 2815. Whoops, that's not the motor. There's 2 different ones. So yeah, I can. And
Okay.
then there's the Three Brothers RC Yellow Jacket
Okay.
Outrunner, and then the Holmes Hobby Revolver V2 Snub Nose, the
Yes.
1000 kV to 2500 kV.
Oh, that's what I want.
And then it does 2 in-runners, and there's a Furitek 3652 10 pole in-runner, 10 poles. Wow.
Whoa.
1800 to 2300 kV, or the Three Brothers RC Axis 10
Well,
1600 kV to 3300 kV. So there's several things that it works with. It's interesting that there are limitations on that so much. You don't get limitations like that on most ESCs you get.
I don't
They don't
know.
have a motor list, but still
Well,
pretty cool.
the thing I like about it is that it's not open source, but it's open to other people,
Mhm.
because that's the only thing I don't like about Hobbywing and about the Spectrum system is that it's closed loop. And so you can only use a Hobbywing motor, and you can, like on the Axe, and you
Oh,
can
yeah,
only,
yeah.
you know what I'm
Especially
saying?
because of the connection for the sensor, yeah.
Yep, exactly. And so that's the only thing I don't like about that. I love my Axe system, love it. But that's the only thing I don't like about it.
So my guess is that the reason that they give a works with list is this is not censored. And
Right,
so if you're going brushless, you want like the 10 pole motor.
right.
Otherwise, it's just going to be stuttery and
Yep,
not
yep.
good at slow speed. And so they're kind of getting out in front of all the complaints of
Sure. Well, that's the thing
motor
about,
issues. And there's not a whole ton of actually brushless motors out there for crawlers, actually. I mean, there's
well,
a handful, but it's not like with
yeah.
the go fast cars.
Well, yeah, and I mean, aside from my Hobbywing, mine's all Holmes hobbies, like brushless and brushed setups. And
Hmm.
the motor that I'm liking right now, that's for my U4 stuff, it does okay low speed control, and I'm running on a Mamba, no, a side Copperhead. I'm running on a
Yep.
Copperhead with a sensor, and it's the Trailmaster Pro.
Okay. Yep.
And that is a fun little motor, and it's got decent low speed. I mean, it's great for trailing and awesome for racing. I mean, it's so rad for racing. And so, I mean, I don't think it'll run with that motor, but the idea of having a low speed control without sensor is pretty rad. And I think those are, like, I am all in on that. And especially, I don't know what the price point is. I thought I saw it somewhere,
It's
but
listed on their site. They're getting ready to start shipping them.
yeah,
Um,
I thought
which
the
is why I
ESC was
have
under
one.
$100. Because if it's under $100, that's a slam dunk for an ESC like that.
I'm gonna see if they have them listed yet on their website. I'm going there now.
Yeah, I thought I saw somewhere that it was like that.
New products, maybe.
Wow, he said 2FMRC says he put that thing next to the Copperhead ESC, and it's not even half the size.
It's really small.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
See, I want to try that on my, my scale stuff. And I'm building, actually.
I don't see it listed on here.
I got to get my hands on one of those because I've got a new build in the works.
Okay.
And I don't mean to hijack your fun.
No, go for it.
But I'm going to hijack a little bit.
I was just saying what I'm going to be working on. So as we're going, I'll start working on some stuff. Ooh.
So this is another scale rail style of a kit.
Yep.
For the Sand Scorcher bug body.
Nice.
Oh, now you're going wide. Now you see my bathroom door back there.
Hey, nobody's in there, so it's good.
So I'm gonna make this into a crawler, but but like a cage,
big old belly.
Well, it's gonna be tiny. The wheelbase on the Sand Scorcher is like 11 inches.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
I just meant the bottom of it, like
yeah, yep,
the skid.
Yep. So it's just gonna be a little. It's gonna be like a go fast, but still be able to go slow kind of crawler. I'm actually, you know what? I misspoke on that. I have 2 sand scorcher bodies coming.
Oh,
This one's going to be a go fast slash conversion, and the other one is going on my. I have a. Oh, why does it escape my mind right now? It's the Italian low profile or low CG chassis that I got. Hold on, I'll tell you here in a second. 3D wrap strap club scaler stuff. So I've got a carbon fiber chassis that I'm going to put the sand scorcher body on, and that's going to be my lightweight little comp crawler. And here's why I wanted to go with a lightweight. We went on a hike for the
all
St.
right.
Jude thing, right? And
Yep.
I duped my
You've been
wife.
doing those.
Yeah, I duped my wife. I was like, yeah, it should be easy. It says moderate. I didn't tell her that it was a 1,400-foot elevation gain and that we're going to be basically mountain climbing on this hike.
Who calls that moderate?
So
Like,
it was.
who gets to make the list?
I know, right? So it was a 7-mile hike round trip, and like we were gassed afterwards. And so my Lazarus truck,
I bet you were a dead man that night.
Oh, dude, I think
the car ride home was awkward.
Oh no, actually, it wasn't too bad because I buttered everyone up, and I was like, "We're going to Applebee's on the way home." So I was like, "You guys did awesome. You can get anything you want for dessert." And of course, I had a huge cocktail when I got down there. But what ended up happening is the terrain got too heavy. Like we were almost up to the snow line, and the terrain got the snow line in July, right? So we're up there, and my daughter's like, "I think the air's getting thinner," and I go, "I think you're right. Like we're way up here.
I can't breathe, Dad."
I know. So the terrain got so hardcore that I ended up throwing my Lazarus build on my back, and then carrying my son's truck. And so the Lazarus build, it's easily a 10-pound rig. And I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? I need to make a lightweight little crawler so I could throw that thing on my back for these kind of things. So
yeah, you brought the wrong truck.
Yeah, exactly.
That's for sure.
So that's the idea on that. So I'm going to be making a little sand scorcher crawler, but I do need to figure out. I have the BRXL Holmes Hobbies brushed.
Yeah.
ESC. The only problem with it is massive, and the sand scorcher is tiny. And I'd like to do a little scale thing with that. So I got to figure out either get a Crawlmaster Mini or whatever they call them, or look into the Furitek one. That way we can have some fun with that kind of stuff. Ryan Wilburn says, "Hello guys. Hope everyone had a good day. Don't forget to hit the
I didn't have a 16-mile walk up a mountain, so my day was pretty good."
Well, so I've been gassed all week anyway, because I say all week, it's only Tuesday. I'm helping out at my kids' school, and we're doing the summer camp sports edition.
Yeah.
And so yesterday was soccer, today was football. I actually can't make it tomorrow. Tomorrow's dodgeball, which is like, man, I really wish I could do tomorrow. Yeah. And then we got baseball on Thursday, and I don't remember what's after baseball, but it's been a lot of running, a lot of playing. So,
yeah, I did some pickleball with my son this evening, and I was like, "Oh, those are muscles I haven't used in a while." I was sore. Well, those tires look huge on this. That ain't gonna work.
What tires are they?
The ones I want to run, which are the scramblers.
Oh yeah,
and they're just like,
just chuck them.
I just need to do a little grinding, I think, is all.
Just melt them down. That's fine.
Just grind that body away. Dang it.
JD's RC says long hikes are the best. It's true. Gory Bog says, I bought a Gen 7 to mess with when it was on sale. Man, that thing is not durable. Okay, so the Gen 7 has terrible knuckles. The steering knuckles are absolute garbage. However, if you change those to aluminum ones, that thing can actually be a pretty tough crawler. It's a lightweight plate chassis. It's tough with the body that comes with it if you got the Pro because it's top heavy, but you got to change out those knuckles first thing. And then
they fixed that on the 8, right?
Yeah, the 8's solid. And the Gen 7's kind of like the old axial style crawler, and it's got the old C hubs on it that kind of look like a SMT10 C hub.
Yeah.
And those just break the mount on the link all the time. So Andy says, what are you working on? OIC, Great Bronco, Scott Quick.
Yeah, it's not any Bronco though.
It's not.
It's a Grasshopper. But I need some smaller wheels and tires, so thinking about just doing these Pro Line ones, but I think the weight of this is just gonna like squish them like so bad. I don't know what I have to run.
Jeff Brown says knuckles, huh? I think I have those. Yep.
He does. He has a lot of stuff for them.
Awesome.
All right, so what's going on in the chat? Owen Ryder said I made it, but only got 15 minutes.
What?
Where's he going to?
I don't know. He's got to commit, man.
I don't see it. Build fit that Furitek 10. Okay. Jeffrey says he's got something that would work with it. 2FM's in the house. I want to know what camera he uses and how he gets it like right in front of him to do his arms around it. Like,
oh yeah,
I can never, unless I do my iPhone on like wide, like the 0.5.
Right.
Like things are way out here, and I'm like kind of reaching weird.
Yeah,
I could never get that set up right. If you have a tripod on the ground, you can't get around it.
My money's on GoPro or or the Osmo, or not Osmo. The what's the other one? The DJI. DJI little action camera.
Okay,
DJI
just
Go.
on a little tripod. Just a little.
That's my money. I don't know. We'll see what he says if he's still in the chat.
Because I've got a little like tabletop stand I could put it on.
Psycho Garage says, "See, Tony, the scramblers are not the perfect tire.
They're awesome on this. This is my other thing I have to work on. So I bought this set of metal drive shafts that, I mean, the rear fits it, but the front ones you can see do not.
Mm-hmm.
And these are just stock links. I lied. They're not stock links. Son of a.
I was like, those aren't stock links.
They look extended.
That's not scale.
Oh wait, no, these are extended like that. This is the so they're C10 front and then they're like extra long rear for the Gladiator, because these are the carbon fiber Furitek ones.
Sweet.
But yeah, they just like, if they connect, it's only like by 1 millimeter that it goes in, and then anytime you move it pops out.
Oh yeah.
So I bought another set, and they definitely look longer. So yeah, I don't know how I got the long rears but not the long front. I do not know, because that's longer than deadbolt.
C10 all day.
Those are not deadbolt rears.
So
maybe they are. Crap. Does look like a deadbolt rear.
Oh, he's got Owen Rogers has a 30-minute break on truck, so he can get through. Let's see here. Todd 1572 is asking where to hike. Depends on where you are. I prefer the mountains. There's some, I mean, it all depends on if you like to hike, or if you like to climb, or if you like to crawl behind your truck. So a lot of different options there.
Or if you just like to stand and not ever have to move, and you just go to an indoor course.
Yeah.
Yep. Those are totally deadbolt links. So that sucks.
Matthew Copeland says SCX24 for a lightweight rig. Yeah, that would be a tough 7-mile hike with a SCX24. I'll do it. If someone is, I don't know, maybe what we could do. Maybe we can do a bonus. If someone wanted to do a bonus donation to the St. Jude thing, I would take it. And oh man, that would suck though. That would be such a long, slow hike behind an SCX 24.
Would you be hating life?
I think so. I mean,
Yeah. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't hate life.
well, I mean, don't you think that would be kind of terrible hiking behind something like that on 3+ miles?
Yes.
Terrible.
But I'm
Terrible.
not doing it. So. Oh, speaking of hikes and activities and exercise, I went mountain biking today with my nice new mountain bike.
Yes.
Like fourth run or whatever. First little hill, just to get up to the trail, the chain snapped. Like snapped. So after all that work of putting them on the bike rack, taking all the tires off all 4 bikes,
That's the worst.
and then putting them all on when we get there. And then I don't even get to run. But I've told them, you guys better run because I spent all this time putting these on here because they came back after like 10 minutes. I'm like, nope, go back out. You are not done.
See, that's like showing up to, the indoor course or someone like there and not having your radio or forgetting your batteries, and you're just like face palm all day.
Definite face palm.
FC or 2FM says FCX 24 $6 motor. It'll keep up with the 110s. Really? On second gear. So 2FM, what camera are you using? Are you prepared to share your secrets? What up, guys? Bull Gear in the house.
Bull Gear does it too. He does the hand. That screw is gone. Donated to the carpet gods.
Oh, did I ever tell you about my toothpick?
No. Did you find it later at a bad time in the bottom of your foot?
Okay, for anyone that's squeamish, maybe you might not want to be up on this.
I don't know that I want to hang out with you too much. Last week, you were late because you were messing with galvanized metals. Go ahead, tell us your story.
I live my life quarter mile at a time, Tony. So when I was 12, I was running in my grandma's house, and they have shag carpet. And
whose grandma didn't?
Right. So all of a sudden I was like, ow, and I fell over and I started crying because it hurt really bad. And my grandma looked at my foot and she's like, I think that's a bee sting. She's like, tough. And then my mom's like, tough it out. You're going to football. So I was like, okay. What? Squeezed my foot in the shoe, went to football. After football, my sock was just all gooey from just nasty stuff. And they're like, let's go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital. Couldn't find anything on the x-ray. Didn't know what was going on. They're like, well, just moderate it. If it hurts too bad, don't do it. And my mom's like, I paid for football, so you're playing football. Played for 2.5 more weeks with just stuff coming out of my foot. It was nasty. It's like a little okay, imagine your pinky toe right here, right?
Yeah.
Just a hole right there. And so after about 3 weeks, it started to develop red lines going up my leg, right? And the doctor is like, we need to operate on you tomorrow. And he's like, that can be a staph or gangrene. They're like, let's open you up. So they went and I did an incision right here on the side of my foot, and a whole toothpick popped out. Stepped right on a toothpick, went right along the side, played football on it for about a month. And my mom said, sorry I made you go to football practice. It was brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Man, like my mom would have got me a He-Man action figure or something if she'd done that.
I think, you know what? I think I did get a model
they used
kit.
to always take you, if you did something brave at the doctor, you got to go to Kmart and get a $5 He-Man figure.
Yep. I think I got a model kit, to be honest. But yeah, that's my claim to a tough guy. When I was 12, played football with a toothpick in my foot.
That's nice.
It was pretty nasty. And then The worst part was I got a fly down here. It's driving me crazy. The worst part was I remember going back to the hospital with my grandpa for them to change my dressing, and they're like, "Okay," they're like, "I'm back on the table," and they're like, "You're gonna want to hold on to the nurse's hands and hold on to your grandpa's hand." I was like, "What's going on?" They're like, "We got to pull the gauze out of your incision." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm holding on to the hands and my foot's down here, and they start pulling it, and I, like, no exaggeration, it was like 3 feet of gauze coming out of my and no, like, anesthetic, no nothing. They're just like,
Hold her hands.
yeah, they're like, "Bite down
He's
on
like,
this,
why
please."
me?
I know.
Why do
They're
I have to
like,
be the one for the hand holding?
I know. So 2FM says he is super high tech and he uses an iPhone.
Yeah, on wide mode, or does he have it like just really long arms to get out there in front of it? I'm trying to find that screw because these ones aren't fitting. So I'll be right back. I'll be down here. I'll listen.
Okay, so Sean, the Everest 10 and Red Rock are both great starters for kids. Some wheels and tires are needed. Servo next, probably $35 kV servo. I agree. So my son started with the Everest 10, and we modded his. We put a better servo on it, 1060 with a Trailmaster Sport. That was before the Crawlmaster came out. And we kept his tires stock, and that thing was a beast. That thing would crawl over anything. It was awesome. So that was really awesome. The Ridge Rock is cool because it comes with 4-steer right out of the box. Can you restart from the beginning? I don't think you want to hear that. That's a horrific story. Thank you for wishing me good health for the rest of my life. I have a lot of more other stories like that post the foot trauma. But
So I really question hanging out with you ever.
one of the best
Can't
ones
live
is
and learn, can you?
No, I cut my finger at the shop once, and I went to the hospital with my wife, and they go, "Well, can we see it?" And I was like, "Okay." So I opened up my towel, and they're like, you freak out. It's like time to freak out when the person that asked to see it goes, "Ooh, I don't know if we can fix that here." I'm like, all right, well, do your best. Like, so,
Go.
Yeah. No, that was another funny one. My wife, so she's like, I've had kids, I can handle this. So me and her go into the emergency room, and they pin my hand down to stitch me up. And the doctor's like, "Hey, this is gonna hurt." I was like, "Okay." So they're like, "It's gonna feel like you stuck your hand into a bee's nest." I'm like, "All right, cool, let's go." And so instead of like giving me a shot to numb the area, they basically took the syringe of lidocaine and stuffed it in the cut and started flushing it out with lidocaine, like just like all the way down to the bone, like pushing it and going. And my wife, I look over at her, and she's like white as a ghost, like laying back on the other bed. the doctor goes, "Are you all right?" And she goes, "I think I'm gonna get sick." And the doctor just pulls the tools away from where they were working on my hand. She goes, "Just don't throw up on the tools, throw up in the sink."
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was awesome. That was a good one. Just a few stitches on that one, but this is a mere flesh wound, Tony. So let's see here.
Man.
Fun stuff.
I remember I thought I killed my kid with an RC when he was younger. Those are always good times.
Yeah. Yep. That's funny. Let's see. I'm reading some of the things they're talking about. Ridge Rocks. Yes, it's a great one. Okay. Just wondered because I almost like that FMS Atlas 6x6 size. Must have been a comment to something else before. 2FMRC says he has super long arms and use a 0.5 mode.
Oh,
usually.
So he does do the 0.5 mode. That's what I thought.
I was wondering if he had one of those moment lenses on his. Have you ever used one of those?
No, but I do the 2.5 mode when I do it, like he was talking about.
Yeah, my sister has one of those moment lenses. It's really nice. Like, oh man, she's a photographer, and she got a moment lens that can do some really hardcore macro stuff. Super rad. Like she took pictures of snowflakes and they look like real, like the drawn snowflakes.
Oh
from
yeah,
the
the macro,
Yeah, super cool.
super macro. It's like 100mm macro.
It's like mega macro.
Yeah, it's like John McEnroe.
Oh man, Bulgir says, "Man, I've had bigger cuts on my eyeball." That okay? So being a
I
metal
don't want to
guy,
know about that.
yeah, I was
La
gonna say,
la 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 la.
being a metal guy, that's the worst. So I've had shavings in my eye. The worst though, that hurt the worst was aluminum dust, like aluminum shit, like granules, because it's not sharp, it's like super coarse. Oh man, that hurts really bad. Had that. No bueno. That happened to me on the pointer finger. The needle and the cut was the worst. Yes, that it hurt. Like it was not pleasant.
Tonight on Name Your Pain,
I know. You
Pablo
ever see?
discusses all of the pains that he's ever felt.
I know. Have you ever seen that show? Oh, what's it called? Like Pain Brothers or something like that, where they get bit by all the toxic and venomous animals and insects.
No,
Bro, you got to check that out. It's
I don't think I have to.
they have like scorpions and all that kind of stuff, just like getting into these people.
People can be dumb, but I don't need to watch it. Unless it's like somebody crashing a bike, then I'll watch it all day long.
Right. Let's see here.
Why won't you go in your hole?
I don't know. Lost a fingernail. Oh,
that's not fun.
My
Gertz?
wife. Oh, so my wife
There we go.
was parking one of our older trucks on a hill once, and it started to roll and like roll back. And so she jumped in and mashed the brake pedal, but she was wearing flip flops, and her foot missed, and it caught her big toe and ripped it right.
Nope. Oh, I gotta tell people about my mistake. I don't know why. I just saw this servo and it reminded me. So one of the products that I've been working on, it's been the longest. Come back up here for a second. The one I've been working on the longest, Jeff. I could blame Jeff Brown for this because he told me to change the name of it. The original name was the Honey Badger for this one. This was the original like project. You know, I was doing Lexan jumps or whatever and crush cars. And then I did the diff covers just because with the logo, I thought it'd be cool. And then from there, you know, it just started going crazy, the tool. And so I was like, well, what else do I really love that I'd want to see, you know, because everything that I have pretty much in my store is stuff that I run. I only have stuff in there. I'm not trying to be Mofo RC. I'm not trying to be Endura. I'm not trying to be, you know, I'm not going to carry every single type of shock that is out there just because people want to buy them.
Right.
I run pretty much exclusively the double barrel shocks. So I have those, and because they work for monster trucks or for the crawlers. So anyway, I'm working with a company to have some really awesome servos made. And this one reminded me of that for some reason. And Jeff told me to change. He says, whoa, to change the name, you know, Honey Badger.
It's all his fault.
It wasn't great, you know, whatever. And
all his fault.
So we came up with Mighty Chihuahua, which is now the Mighty Chihuahua servo.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So in the design stage of it, I don't know how I missed it. The actual logo part, like I spelled it right in other things, but when I made the actual logo that goes on like everywhere, I spelled it Chihuahua, and I sent it to some people. I think I sent it to you, and nobody caught it.
No.
I sent it around, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's really cool." When I was coming up with the design elements for it, and so I'm now gonna make a sticker. I think that is gonna go on it. So, like the first 250 people to buy these servos are going to know that they're the original batch because they're going to have the mighty Chihuahua servo instead of the Chihuahua.
You should make a Count Dracula edition, and it'd be like,
Right. So I can't blame it on like, oh, you know, because there's so many like of the knockoff stuff that have like those spellings in it. Like, no, this one's like straight on me. Master's degree in communication, and I somehow, so I went to email this person and say, hey, you know, can I get an update? Because I just sent some more graphic stuff in or
like,
resent them.
Yeah.
And I go to say, hey, is there an ETA or whatever on these? Because it's been a while. Like it's one of the first things that I've been working on.
Sure.
And he's like, yeah, you know, production is done. But before any of that happens, I go to message him, and I see in the thread of messages the little graphic, and you know it's like this small because it's Facebook.
Sure.
And I'm like, that's spelled wrong. Like in that smallest little mode, I could just see it like clear as day that it's spelled wrong. And I'm like, no. So then I went back to the graphics. I'm like, maybe it's just on that card.
Yeah.
Nope. I had copied and pasted that logo I'd created onto everything. Like I didn't just respell it out, whatever. So yes, a Chihuahua. There's a missing U. So I think I'm gonna just put a sticker on the cases that says spelling bee edition. No, spelling bee and then spell special like SPESHUL edition EDISHUN. So there'll be the special edition Mighty Chihuahua, and the first 250 people know that they've got the original batch.
I like it.
Yeah. So that's my funny story for today. There are some really cool servos coming that are spelled wrong, but are very cool servos. I'm just too busy, man. Like I'm looking at my desk.
Oh no, Psycho Garage goes, what college did you get your master's degree at?
Yeah.
So I can make sure my kids don't go there.
Right. So like if you can see my desk, it looks like, you know, this.
Yeah.
And then there's stuff here being worked on. But if you keep going up, there's just like parts and Ziploc bags and
all the good
stuff just shoved into all around where I'm totally like in this clutter of I got a little scale. Move this.
You're one of those toilet paper hoarders, huh?
It's a scale, but I've got like stuff on it right now because one of the vendors didn't send enough screws with the axles, so I had to start stealing from my own kits of stuff off the shelf.
Yeah.
To add the right screws.
You're working. You're dipping into your own stash.
Yep. So just too many things going on. Writing an article last night till 3 a.m. for an RC thing, and then
that's cool.
Just too much stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like, and normally there's a keyboard here, and then all of this stuff is in front, like just like it where it is now.
Sure.
In front of it, it's just chaos, and then I just move stuff and shuffle it. Like, oh, I need to be like working on bagging up some shocks and some, because they don't come in bags, so I cut them out and put them into baggies, and so I've got these just stashed here with a little stapler. So whenever I get a second, I just start doing it, and so stuff like this happens. I just totally blank on it. A design I designed at like 3 a.m. It was something like that, right, Jeff? We were talking at like, what time were we talking at? When we were talking about that logo, it was like 2 a.m. Something like that. And then I just designed it after I changed the name. So yeah. So this truck's working again.
Mr. 1998 Jeep Cherokee says that. So some people are saying that's normal. You know, mine's that bad or worse, that kind of thing. And Mr. 1998 Jeep Cherokee says that would drive me crazy. My desk gets cleaned off and wiped down after every night of working on it. I ain't got time for that. I would love to. I would love to wipe down my desk.
When I go to bed at the end of the day, everything is like still on. It's 3 a.m. I fall. It's because my head's hitting like the microphone,
Yep.
and I'm like, okay, I got to get up. I got to go
Yep.
to bed, and
Yep.
then I sleep for about 4 or 5 hours and get up and start editing and doing stuff again.
Swampers RC says only 250. Make sure to get yours now.
Yeah. Well, that's the first batch, so all of the design work has been fixed.
Nice.
As soon as I saw it, I'm like, you got to be kidding. Oh well, it'll be a funny story.
Yeah, no, it works.
Except for the amount of thousands of dollars I paid to have things made wrong.
Well, that's all right though. That's a learning experience, right? I got new shocks. I got a bunch of stuff.
All right, what do you got? What kind of shocks?
They are from Asia Tees, the website. Team Raffi.
Oh yeah, Team Raffi.
Team Raffi. But I got them for my U4 19 truck because
those are long. Those, you know what those look like?
Like
they're like red and blue.
And Winter Circle. Yes, they're red and blue and silver.
They look like the ones that Atomic RC used to make. Can you hold them closer?
I can.
That didn't help. Well, still like. No, those look a little beefier. They look a lot beefier, actually.
The ball and the eye or whatever it's called, the rod end part is awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. So I got these. These are actually, they're only 90 mil. They look massive, but they're only 90s. And I got them to lower my race truck. So I'm excited about that. I got to throw those in.
Alex says, I wish we could respond with GIFs in the chat.
I know.
You can do the super chats.
Yeah. That's the only way we're going to pay attention to those.
Right?
Yeah. No.
Here.
And I got some of your favorite stuff here, Tony.
What is that?
Lights.
Oh, don't even.
GRC lights.
I've got my favorite radio here. I actually got another one of these. I like it so much.
Really?
Yep.
Why did they paint it blue? They should have painted it blue.
What?
The radio?
This radio?
Yeah. Isn't it called like the Avatar?
Oh, yeah. That'd probably be too much. I'd get them in trouble at that point. But for being as small as it is, the hand grip feels fantastic. Like in the palm of your hand, it feels perfectly. Everything's where I want it to be, especially for one-handed driving.
Yeah.
Your thumb just is right there to ride. And it just, it's the most comfortable. Whoa. It's the most comfortable.
Easy with what you say there, Tony.
To hold. Like there's some bigger radios that feel more cramped on your hand because they bring this up too far. And I got big hands, but this feels pistol-like, I would say, actually. It feels very much like a pistol.
Right.
Grip.
So Matthew Copeland says, is the Avatar worth it? And from what I gather from Tony, yes.
I think it's fantastic. I got another one over here in the box, getting ready to do an unboxing on and show off because I didn't do one on this one. And I've been running this one for when they first came out. So
Jeff Brown
quite
says
a while.
He wants 20 typo servos.
20 typo servos? You mean spelling bee edition servos?
Mike Tyson's Mysteries episode.
In fact, it's so special that I'm actually going to increase the price on them because of the typo. These are going to be legendary.
XJ Sports says it reminds them of Mike Tyson's Mysteries episode where he can't say chupacabra. Hoopacabra. Guess it's easier to clean the desk workbench when I only have 13 RCs.
It's not about, it's more about time.
It's all about the time. How's the program?
It's the TVs or the video stuff and all the other extra junk.
Yep. Copeland is asking, how's the program selection menu on the Avatar?
Very easy. In fact, here it's powering up.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
We'll get a look at it.
Let's get a
Also,
look
the
at
control is very good on it, like the throttle response.
it. Mm-hmm.
I mean, so on that low end, I'm able to.
Well, I don't see any throttle. Just kidding. Is that
You
moving?
can get that super
Ooh,
low.
look at that. Butter.
But yeah, the menu's actually really easy to get through. Just click in, and you can go through things like trim. What is there? Reverse, trim endpoints, expo. Then you choose your models here. So I'm on model 3.
Oh,
You
so
can have 10.
so that's what
10
Copan was
models.
just asking. That's what my thought was.
Oh crap. I went through a different channel and started driving away. There's crawler mix modes. There's all kinds of stuff in here you can set. In fact, I got to set my reverse because it's well, I can do that through the this body was a bad choice for this because this is the hybrid. So everything is stretched on the chassis and the layout, so both sides don't fit within the wheel wells. So I'm probably gonna have to do like a comp body for it, which I don't have, unless I stole this one off of here, which is pretty cool. I did what 2FM did, and I did the hinge on the back because it has the spot for it.
Yep.
And it's like, why wouldn't you? And just do front. I like
Right.
it to just flip open like that and then clip down. As you can see, the lights are working. I just left them, plugged them into channel 3 on the Avatar.
Were you like, oh man, I wish I had more lights. These lights are.
I actually like these headlights. They're I'm okay with them. They look
they're not hot.
They're doled out enough that
Yeah.
they still lens flare. But yeah. I need to put Velcro in it. That's the one thing that they should send with these is Velcro. Because a lot of people like me, you're not really stealing from another truck because I did the transmission with their motor, their ESC, their receiver,
right,
aftermarket shocks. These are not double barrel. I wish they were. And I did, brass axles. These are the special ones. Oh, also, I'm doing a giveaway.
Oh yeah,
for anybody that buys anything off the store. Any item that they buy is an entry. So if they bought 2 diff covers, that's 2 entries. But yeah, and they don't have to do separate orders. They can whatever in one order. I'm just counting up the things as entries. But I'm giving away these brass colored ones. I don't have these ones for sale currently. They're in production, and also only fronts so that people can do forced steer. They can buy just a set of.
Oh, now you tell me.
I'll sell the fronts individually.
Now you tell me, Tony.
So those will be coming as well.
I
think I have 30 sets of black and 30 sets of brass fronts because I don't think that they're going to be as popular. So I'll have several hundred of the other axles.
Get a Sharpie.
Yeah.
Start painting them with your Sharpie, boys.
Yeah. So I have the black ones and I have these brass on the way. But the ones I have right now, I'm going to give away.
Those brass ones, they don't look as bad. I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not a brass guy, like color.
Yeah.
They look pretty nice.
I actually really like it. I wasn't a fan of brass stuff, really. Like, that's why I did the black diff covers to start with.
Yeah.
But then I heard somebody, as Jeff actually said, no, the person didn't buy yours because the diff covers because they wanted to bling their truck.
Wow.
And black diff covers was not enough bling.
Yeah, you're like, take it easy. Take it easy. Dr. Evil. Or no, Gold. What's the guy? What's the Awesome Powers Gold guy?
So I'm now going through and labeling all these gold.
Nice.
Gold members.
That's what it is. I'm going to put on my fan real quick. Hang on, I'll be right back. It's too hot.
So yeah.
Too hot.
I will say, for those people asking about the Furitek 10, which I'm about to install in here. This is my Ecto, which I somehow misplaced my mod parts from Scale Metal Supplies for, which I'm really bumming about. And yes, I did the thimble on the top. I know it looks dumb, but I bought one of these. Jeff, maybe that's what I'll do tonight too. That I need to install here to put on the top.
Oh,
JKRC Fab, little
that's cool.
top rack here that I want to put on so that
I like it.
I can hook my winch on it instead of having this ridiculous thing. I'll just have this on and be able to hook up underneath a corner of it, you know?
Yeah.
So which way would you do it? So this is back or front?
I would do it so it's back.
That's the way I always do things. Like if you're looking at it, you're standing at the tailgate.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have to share. I put a fan underneath my desk.
Is it wonderful?
It is delightful to have this nice cool breeze right where you need it. I love it.
So here's a little tease. I've been running this Furitek system in my 1/10 scale for months. And it's been really good.
Nice.
This is a 1400 kV. So this one should be faster quite a bit. This is the 2300 kV. Looks like a little bit smaller motor, but yeah. This thing's running my Reefs 422 winch in the Operation 11 Charlie 500 raw, which is an awesome servo. But when I compare it to like the other ones the guys are running, what's the big one he just came out with?
I have the IS 800.
Yeah.
And then he's got the 1000, I think, that just came out.
Yeah. So the 800 and stuff that people are running, or even the 777s.
Bro.
Yeah. When I see those things running,
yeah,
compared to this, I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't have any power.
The 800 will literally rip your face off. I mean, that thing is just super strong. So, speaking of Reefs, 422. Sorry, the lighting is closer to me than the camera. This is going in the giveaway truck for the St. Jude project.
Nice.
So he sent that out. Thanks to Reef. I got my 777 Big Dog 3S capable, I believe. It's direct power. This is going in the Lazarus truck, and I'm gonna turn the world with it. And then
turn the world.
Yeah, was it? I think that used to be his old tagline. I don't remember.
Really?
I thought so. And then, boom, racing.
I didn't say anything about it.
What's that?
Then I'm glad I didn't say anything about it.
So they sent out some tires for me to put on this giveaway truck. And so I think it's going to be, I got to check my messages. I think it's going to be a gatekeeper, but I'm not sure. So they sent out two sets with two widths. One width is 1.75 and the other width is 1.5. You wouldn't think there would be a big difference in that, but they look way briefer, the 1.75. So those will be going, one of those sets will be going on the giveaway truck as well. So nice. I'm excited to get that going. I don't think you're using the right tool for that.
These
Tony.
knives are so dull. I was waiting to say something about it, and I have like 4 of them down here, but I don't know what happened with.
Don't you have any side cutters? Oh man, you are freaking me out right now. Like seriously,
I always use these knives, but they're usually sharp because I change them all the time. Unlike Harley talks about with his. No, he changes his, and Matt doesn't change.
No,
one of them.
No,
they're X-Acto knife blades.
Yeah.
One of them didn't change them.
I think it was Harley doesn't change his.
I think you're right. But Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
I
Like
normally change the blades out all the time. I keep that 50 pack.
you just need a set of these, man. Like these are
All right. I'll wait for them in mail call. Thank you.
these are awesome.
Not made of money, my friend.
Ah,
Go buy this, Tony. Go
you
buy
know,
that.
you should get them with your name on them and then sell them, and then have the excuse to buy them for yourself.
So that's the problem. When I have stuff sitting back there and it's on the shelf, I'm like, oh, I got some.
Yeah, I could just
And I realize, oh, I paid for those. They
I
aren't
know.
just free and on the shelf for me to use.
Do you want? I know. I was like, if I was in your situation, it would drive me crazy because I would probably poach those pieces and then build a car and then sell a car and be like, hey,
Yeah.
that's probably what I would do. But
Alex says he'll run me side cutters over now. I've actually got some in the garage. Alex has seen the garage. It is a scary place to be right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of scary,
it's bad. Did you
I
cut
just-
yourself? I'm going to look away if you did.
no, I just started season 3 of Stranger Things.
I haven't started season 1.
It's good. It's good to have on in the background. Especially seeing all the 80s stuff.
References, yeah.
Yeah, it brings you back. Like season 3.
All I want are Dr. Pepper commercials again, where he's like sliding across the desks and the file cabinets after hours at the work in the office.
Yeah.
Give me that back.
What was I going to say? The opening one in season 3, they're in a mall in the 80s, and it's like an all carpet floor in the mall. And I was like,
ooh, so gross.
I know.
Especially because everybody smoked in the malls and stuff back then.
I know. AZ Froggy says, okay, time for sleep again. Have a good night. I'll take it easy, AZ.
See you, Brett.
OSHA would have a heart attack. XJ95 says, Burlington has $4 cuticle nippers. Good small cutters for the price.
Yeah, I've got like those little hobby kits too.
Ooh, someone's having fighting words. Stony Drives RC says Josh the Hack and Matt the Professional. Ooh.
Did I just say that? Yeah, Tony gets a free fillet. I was like sitting there with my jaw wide open, Jeff, like, what'd you do? I bent it back though, and we still filleted the catfish with it.
I like it. Okay, so what's the consensus when you guys get things that have 0 directions, and like what's the consensus on this stuff? Like, how are you?
You become the directions and you post them online for everybody else to know how to do it.
I ain't got time for that, Tony.
Yeah, me either.
Like, I really don't know.
Send it to 2FMRC. He'll make an awesome video.
I know,
and then
right?
Just follow what he does.
Like, I have no idea how these go together. And it's absolutely killing me. I got these new. It
happens
lights.
A lot.
I know.
That's the one thing I will say. And I don't do. So I used to try to do videos for them, for people to help them out. But it's so frustrating because you do it wrong. And then you've got to try and reshoot the video and take it all apart and try and make it look like you didn't mess up. Or you still say that, I don't try to make it look like I didn't mess up, but I try not to lead people down the wrong path. So then you edit all that out.
Right.
And I will mention, I just messed this up and now I'm
taking it apart again.
And I've got it right. Now we're on the right path. But no, it's frustrating. And in fact, some of it just I don't get to.
Right.
Unfortunately. Like I have the Kyosho Mini Z 4x4 chassis and all the parts for it, but there's no directions on how to build it.
Right.
And so I'm just looking at it and I'm looking at the Mini Z and I'm like, that's a complicated looking truck compared to an SCX24.
Sure.
So
I'm
not quite sure what I'm looking at here.
I don't understand what we're yelling about.
But even like some of the stuff that I have doesn't have installation directions. Like the links and stuff like that, how to put on the little pillow balls with the O-rings and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
I wish it did. It doesn't.
Ooh. So I just put together these little lights. Now I got to screw them together somehow. How am I supposed to screw these little tiny Phillips? Tiny Phillips, Tony. Does your kit come with a Phillips?
No.
I didn't think so.
I don't do lights. Lights are for losers.
I thought your kit came with a Phillips. I thought I got a Phillips with yours.
Something might. Oh, yes. The tool? I thought you
Yeah.
were talking about something else. Yeah, the Mighty Handy tool has a Phillips.
Come on.
Little tiny one. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm using mine right now, actually. It's very handy.
That's mighty very handily.
Which is good because I don't know where my Protec set is.
So I have mine in a different case because I didn't get a case with mine.
I wonder what I do with this. This one is not smaller than any other ESCs. It is larger.
Wow.
And it's like 3D printed case on it. Their 3D print job's actually pretty baller. It's even got their little logo and it's so tiny. I don't know how they even got that in that print. You can't see it.
So I went over to my dad's yesterday and looked at this boat that he got on trade. That's like almost, it looks brand new. I think we talked about it on the live, his Traxxas boat.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a 6S M41. It is the pickle fork.
Oh, it is.
Or catamaran, whatever you call it.
Yeah. Is it the Geico?
No, it's like the rock party one that you like.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's all different
rock and
colors.
roll paint job.
Yeah. Pretty sick.
Pretty sick. I was looking at boats the other day. I was looking at the pro boats.
Yeah.
But I also was looking at the Traxxas because the pro boat ones, man, like there's not a whole lot of them out there right now to choose from.
Well, you don't need many to choose from when you
I need a lot of options.
No, not when you have
I want all the options.
Not when you have that
The
shreddy.
shreddy is so good.
Yes. You don't need
I wish I'd have gotten it when I would have got the free Heatwave glasses. Speaking of glasses, I need to move these ones. These are my electric swing arms. And I scratched the lenses on them and I was about to cry. And I was looking at the Heatwave ones and whatever. And then I saw some video about repairing the scratches. And then another video when I went to look at it for this one was just about buying replacement lenses. And I'm like, well, duh, why don't I just do that?
Yeah.
So like $30 later, I had
Swamper
clear view again.
Swamper says, I need the Tamiya Phillips driver. Agreed. Tamiya is awesome. Jeff Brown says, oh, Matthew says he loves all the movie references. Thank you. I'm a movie nut. Jeff Brown says Gauntlet's coming.
All kinds of a nut.
Nightcrawl. And Jeff Brown says Pablo is attending. Yep. I'm going to be like Forrest Gump. I'm just going to hitchhike across the country.
I don't know. I don't think your insurance would cover him attending.
I know, right?
Might want to rethink that there, Jeff.
You're like, Pablo, you have this stack of papers to sign?
I saw Dave Walter in here. He's like, nope, he's not allowed on the property. No to that guy.
I got to reach my driver back here. Hang on, I'll be right back.
The Heatwave and Shreddy Bodas look sick. They sure do. But I wanted it a little bigger than that. That's what I was looking for. Now I know Jeff's got a huge 8S boat.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
But then I was also reading about like everybody being like, oh, you got to make sure to lube them and do all this stuff. And I'm like, well, I don't know if I got time for all that.
It's like a real boat.
Like taking stuff apart and lubing them.
Yeah.
Sounds like work. I just want to play with it.
This is one of my favoriteest stickers I've ever designed.
Will weld for tacos.
Yeah. That's my favorite. Love it.
Great. Now we're gonna have to go on an apology tour for your reference there.
Yeah, I saw that this morning. Yeah, I told my wife that, and
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
I saw that this morning, and I showed my wife, and she was like, you could hear her.
Just because he's Latino doesn't mean that he's gonna work for tacos, people.
Well, I do have my taco hat on. Just saying. I'm not ashamed, Tony.
That's the thing I don't get about this stuff.
JW
Like, it's like it's a cool thing. People love your food. Like, I don't get it.
What do you mean, you people?
Your food, yeah. I don't mean yours. I mean the Mexican food.
Yeah.
Well, do you not want to take credit for the food? I mean, it could have just been North American food because Mexico's in North America, so we'll take credit for it. North American tacos.
North American tacos. Jeff Brown says, OCJW expect you now, Pablo. I don't know who. Oh, Walters. Jeff Walter. Oh, I see.
What is Oh yeah, Jeff's in here. What does your 26th through 28th look like, Pablo? On the calendar. It's pretty slammed.
This month?
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a second. July. My electricity bill is due on the 28th.
Oh, I hate that. In the summer, especially.
It's open.
Okay.
As of
we'll
right
have to
now.
talk.
Okay. We will talk.
Not now, but we'll talk.
Maybe. Okay. Let's just stop.
I've been pretty busy. Maybe we won't talk.
Let's
guys,
just
we're going to let
talking.
you go.
Yeah. Let's just stop. We got other stuff to do.
Come on.
Jeez, 8S, 5 horsepower brushless, 55 miles an hour. Yeah, so apparently my stepdad's 6S will do 50. And I watched...
my dad's will do 75.
Oh, there's another story. Did I tell you about my Chevy Vega? Did I tell you about that? Speaking of dad cars. So in high school...
Blackjack 42.
In high school, my stepdad had a 72 Vega GT with a small block 350 in it. B&M shifter. Yeah. I mean, the thing was just rowdy. Like the rowdiest car I've ever been in. Just absolutely a little rocket that was a death trap, right? So I've wanted it. He trusted me a lot with all the other cars that we had, the hot rods and stuff. And this one, he was like, you are not to drive this. You can start it, but you are not to be on the road with it. And I got to drive it. I got to drive it once in high school, in college. I got to drive it once, not even in high school. And so I did a film shoot with it. That's why he let me drive it. So after college and after getting married, saved up some money and I went to my parents' house and I had a wad of cash and I go, hey, I want the Vega. And he's like, okay, it's yours. And I was like, here's the bad thing. The bad news is it has to stay on your property because at the time we lived in a condo. We had just got married.
Yeah.
And he's like, cool, I'll put it up on the top shelf. It's like the back lot of the property. And I was like, cool. And a week later, we had a massive windstorm and like a 20-inch round tree, huge tree, came down long ways along the Vega. It just flattened the car.
What?
Like, just flattened the car. And he's like, that's someone telling you would have died in that car. I was like, okay. All right. I'll allow it. Yeah. Absolutely flattened the car. Crazy, right?
What's Jeff talking about? Ouch, Tony, 22 to 25, Tony.
Oh, he's talking about his event You're talking about a different one of this month, I think. Isn't his event the 20th of
Oh
September?
yeah, that's September. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also a they're doing a night thing here, like a overnight crawl
Nice.
camp out thing here at Walters as well. They do a lot of stuff for us. Walters RC Park is an awesome thing to have in the community. I'll tell you what.
That's awesome.
I need to get out there because he put the Monster Jam track in. I saw it.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah. Now I need to get out and run it.
Dude, these people that do the community stuff like that are awesome. So we went to Die Hard again, and we just scouted all day. Like that's the kind of how I roll, right? Like I want to go and play, but I'd rather like see how the vibe is, make sure I don't say the wrong thing, kind of a thing. See how everything's going. And maybe I can ask people for help on this. So we went and watched all the different racing, all the classes. Dude, I'm in love with the
8-scale buggy.
Oh
yeah,
man,
the way they fly and the control is so wicked.
And the nitro ones, like me. Well, I know, but me and my
have them.
Huh?
You can have the nitros. I'll enjoy you having fun.
Well, that's the problem. But they just look like a fun thing to rip around. Like I agree. I've had nitro stuff before. It's not as fun as it looks, but anyhow,
if it's all you're doing, it would be.
Yeah.
If you just had nitros, a few cars that you're running and you're not doing.
Yeah. Agreed.
As much as you are doing already.
Yep. No, I agree. And so that's the thing that I liked about it. I mean, this track, I need to make a video. I've shot a ton of video out there. I was right on the track. You saw that.
I saw you quickly grab the car.
Yeah.
And throw it onto the track.
Okay. So 2 things I was wondering for people that marshal. I don't know if there's a lot of people here that race that marshal. Hold on. Jessica
Marshal
says
etiquette.
Yeah. So Jessica said, did the Vega have a crack in the windshield and the door will not open? The other will not close? No, the Vega was pristine. It was awesome. It had Krager center lines on it. Oh, dude, it was so rad. Anyhow, so marshaling, first question. When you marshal, is it correct etiquette to place the car on the dirt or do you throw it down like with momentum?
With momentum?
Yeah. So
I will let other people answer that.
Right, because I
don't want to get the heat.
So I saw people like
they pick it up 2 hands and push it, throw it on with momentum.
Yeah, they like pushed it out on there, and that's kind of what I did. But I pick them up and I set them down. But this one was like it was coming in hot, and he was in the
contention.
Moment. Yeah, so I was like, let's go. Like it's not like I threw them in front of someone, right?
Yeah,
like and that's one of the things you always have to look for too is oncoming traffic.
Yeah, not just blasting somebody.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I gave them some momentum and go, and it was just like
it's tough because then you run out sometimes to get somebody, and then everybody else crashes into each other because you got in the way as a marshal. I hate it.
I know. But I feel like it was. I feel like it was fair play, and it's like the other part of the etiquette is: do you want someone throwing your rig, or do you want someone setting it down?
Oh, I want to hit with momentum.
Yeah.
But I want to be rolling.
So for people that haven't seen it, I have a short on my video on my YouTube, and I have a reel on Instagram.
He ripped the wing off this guy's buggy, so it didn't fly right anymore. It's all tweaked looking. He's grabbed that Lexan and was it a Lexan wing?
Oh yeah.
Or is it a hard wing?
Everything was solid when I picked it up, so I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, nothing was damaged to it at all. He didn't give me any.
I'm just messing.
But he didn't give me any heat or anything.
Like the 10 scales have like a flexible Lexan wing.
Right.
But I think those ones might have plastic.
I got little light pods I just built. Look at those.
I got a Furitek 10 system going in.
That's pretty sweet.
And I just hooked myself with this.
So that was one of the questions. Is what do you guys think about that? What's in the box says good morning.
What's in the box in the house?
Let's see, what else are we? Just the high horsepower ones. Oh yeah, just the high horsepower. Jessica's right because of that twist. When you put that twist on that car, so I don't remember what size of wheels we had on it. They were short but wide, and oh man, that thing would just hook. I mean, it was the weirdest little rocket car. It was awesome. Jessica says, just make sure it lands on the wheels and put it where it left the track. Well, see, that's the question. So the car that went flying off the track was to my left around a sweeper. And I reached over and I picked it and I frisbeed it onto the track.
Yeah, which was a little bit forward advancement, but there's not much you could have done.
No.
Else, yeah.
Like, and I advanced. If you look closely, I advanced them on the backside of a roller. Like it was poetry. I got to be honest. It was so smooth. I was like, ooh, that was nice. And I can't believe I caught it on video, which was even more crazy because I was shooting. I was actually shooting vertical for a reel. And I had my phone, like, I don't remember how I was holding it. And then all of a sudden I just kept it on as I was doing everything and I caught it all. I was like, yeah.
You the man.
So the Emmy nomination goes to for best
You.
camera work. Yeah.
Shooting upright for reels. Man, I don't even know you anymore.
I know.
Thought I knew you.
Well, I was switching back and forth. Let's be honest. And that particular time I had it vertical. Okay, guys, got to run. Enjoy the rest of the week. Take it easy, Sean's RC.
Hey, Sean. Hey, Blacksmith RC.
What's up?
Blacksmith.
That's an Element RC Ecto.
The Ecto. See the trailing arms in the rear? And it should have this really awesome repositioning of the upper forelink and a
axle truss is what they call it.
Yeah, axle truss, but I got to find them. And I ordered that Team Associated part, and I got to find that too.
What Team Associated?
Remember, I had to have the standoffs for the servo. Like it has all the stuff, but then you need the two posts, and I ordered that. I hate when I order stuff. If I don't do it immediately, it gets lost.
Yeah, especially something like
on my desk.
Too. RPM. I've used the RPM ones. Those are good and cheap. They're like, and you can pick those up at the local hobby shop.
You told me to get the Team Associated ones, and I did, and then I lost them.
Well, that I said get the Team Associated ones for the sand car that we're supposed to be doing at some point.
Oh, well, I got them for this.
When do you want to do that?
When we have Sandy out?
We have infinite amount of time, Tony.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an Ecto. It's really laid out well. In fact, I could probably, now that it's such a small the only thing is the outrunner motor makes it trickier with the wiring.
You can flip your to hit. That's the nice thing about the Ecto. You can flip your motor position.
Yeah, I was thinking I could come around here. That's what I'll do. I'll mount this on the tray, and I'll zip tie these wires here so they don't get bound here or down the drive shafts. And then the battery wire will come.
What's your take on debris and water in an outrunner?
Seems like it would get messy.
Okay. So are there any racers in the house?
Problematic.
Any dirt racers? I guess carpet too.
Anybody see the documentary about carpet racers?
No.
Oh, you should watch it.
Really? There's a documentary?
Oh, yeah.
Who? Where?
That's what I wanted to do before I started doing the YouTube channel, was doing a documentary on RC car people.
Like
and then I became one.
Like a flying car documentary?
No. It's like legit. Like following these carpet racers and like
drama,
F1. Man. It's like a soap opera.
Like the F1 docuseries. Love that.
Anyway, you should watch it. I think it's on Netflix.
Really?
I don't know where I saw it.
It was not on Netflix. I would have popped up for me.
All right. Somebody search for Carpet Racers documentary and see which platform it's on.
Whoa. Take it easy on which link you, you click on there. And when you type
Yeah, that's
that
true.
in, search with caution, my friends. Search with caution.
I swear it's legit. And there's also, and I watched this on my way to Hawaii for work. I don't know why,
on a
but it
privacy
was.
screen.
I didn't want to. No, no, a different one, different movie
Okay.
that was on the actual like documentary. So I wanted to watch a documentary because it's going to do filming and stuff. And I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna watch a documentary, get in the mood. And
Whoa.
oh my goodness, it was what was it? Oh, it was about cat shows. It's like this Canadian cat show thing, and the people in it were crazy. It was fantastic to watch. It looked like it was shot on like mini DV8 or whatever. It was digital.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Carpet Racers, a crash course, 2009, a racing documentary on YouTube. That's it. I did watch it on the YouTubes.
All right, I'm gonna have to
Google Play and Amazon. Carpet Racers. Thank you, Dirk.
And not G10. You guys don't like the IFS on the trail?
Oh, Alex loves the IFS. He's not. I don't know if he's still in the chat.
So my dirty little secret. I have not ran one of those yet. However, I may have one coming. I would like it.
What's that all about? It's all like secretive.
It's not secretive, but I'm just saying it's kind of that thing that I'm a element guy, but I've never ran an RTR of my own. So I've had just kit elements.
Okay.
But so anyhow, but
they don't have them right now.
No, they have a bunch of the IFS.
Oh, it's on the Trail Runner, yeah.
Yeah, they have it on. That's the thing. You can only buy it on the Trail Runner, Night Runner. I think that's it right now. You can't buy the kit anymore. It's discontinued. But the cool thing that I'm into with that IFS is the pre-runner builds.
Yep.
And Scale Metal Supply. I got to plug him. He sent me a bunch of stuff to work on. He's doing Andre over there. Awesome guy. He's moving to your neck of the woods, sort of. Not really, but closer.
Where to?
Indiana.
Oh, okay. That's pretty close.
Yeah. So
was he up by you?
California.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good choice.
Yeah.
I know, he goes to Indiana, not Illinois.
Right. Yep. So he has a kit for the IFS that's a long travel kit. So he's welded the axles that are a little bit longer, and he has, I think they're 10 mil longer on either side. So it's got super long travel on the front. Super sick. A lot of fun. Pre-runners, yes.
So to make you jealous is the sole reason of this, I believe. But Alex works at a place where they build a bunch of pre-runners.
Ooh.
And I'm going to try to get over there maybe next week if I can, if he's around.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I need to talk to him about scheduling stuff. I think about it. My schedules have all changed, Alex, which is, I think, good news. There's an event happening here.
Nice.
But yeah, that they're working toward actually right now. But
that's cool.
Get a little shop tour where they work on all the IFS stuff or the pre-runner stuff.
That's cool.
And we'll make a video and just be like, wish you could be here, but you're not.
But you're not. So, on that note, I got to do some more show and tell. If I can reach it. This is the bumper episode. So, for those that don't know, that aren't fabricators, maybe for RC stuff, he has a.
All of you guys that don't know.
I know. Well,
not fancy fabricators like you.
Just saying. So he has a modular fixture table, And these little guys are awesome because they mount to the fixture table. And
Yeah.
you can put hangers on them and weld things, and super rad. So he sent me some extra long ones and a short one and a really short one just to add to my kit. Another thing he sent is for a pre-runner build or for my 2.2 solid crazy build. He has a bend and braze base plate that accepts axial 10.2 or team associate element stealth X transmissions. Super
Nice.
rad. Sent me more of these. I don't know if you can see these, but these are probably the coolest scale gussets you can get for a very cool reason. Can you see that?
They got your logo on them.
They got my logo. Little bombs. So he sent me a bunch of those. And then for those that have a Baja Ray, these are rad. These are the base of how you can start building your metal cage on a Baja Ray. It's got 2 threaded holes that you mount right where the actually I can show you. They mount right where your old cage mounted. Oh, go gadget arms. Go. Ah. So they mount right there, and then you can build all your cage stuff off of that. So this is my custom cage Baja Ray.
Nice.
I've been working on with my bomb shock boxes here. So that is the bomb. So he sent me some of those to build another cage with, and then the massive load of bumpers. And these are really cool. And I have a car behind me that has something like it on there. So these come flat.
Yep.
And then you bend them into place and you can braze or weld whatever you want. Sent me some long ones, some short ones. One of these is for the base camp that I don't have, but it's really cool because it's a beveled metal bumper.
Okay.
So, and what those look like, can I reach this? I might have to take off my ears. Hang on one second.
All right. While he can't hear us talk about him, we should try to get him up to the gauntlet.
So what these look like after they're bent up, they look like that. So I put a new bumper on.
Oh, the bumper. Nice.
Yeah. So it's all fabbed up, has SMS on.
Look at all the work you put into those things. I bought this body pre-painted at Reaction RC Hobbies.
That's awesome.
He's smart. He's having somebody paint them so that people like me can just walk in and buy it off the shelf.
Yes.
Painted.
Yep.
You know what would look really good right there? One of my new small stickers.
Ooh, there you go. Sticker bomb. I don't buy axial. Whoa, where'd it go? It just jumped right as I started reading, of course. I don't buy axials. I build them with hop-up parts. Yep. That's how I do with the element stuff. People are talking. That thing is sick. Thanks, Psycho Garage. I like it. It's a fun truck.
Yeah, the next time that if that one ever goes up for sale, I'm buying that one. I'm calling dibs.
Calling dibs. I know. That's one of the things I need to do is I probably should start making some of these things to sell. The problem is that so many hours go into them and you never really recoup the money. It's just to sell to buy the next thing. So we'll see. Yeah. So if I did make it out to the gauntlet, I would try to find a way to take that one with me, all lit up and ready to go, which would be sick. Let's see what's going on here. Are you going to use a Stealth X or the Axial Trans for your build? My next build, Probably just the Stealth X. I really like it. I like the flexibility of it. So for those that don't know, the Stealth X, you can the typical flip. You can flip it either
Yep,
way,
they're great.
but you can also put the motor on the front or the back. So you can change your weight bias, and then you can also overdrive inside the trans with
mine is overdriven.
Yep. So it's pretty cool. I really get it. I really like those, and
they even sell a bigger overdrive, right, Jeff?
They do. K&K has a big overdrive for it, like a 30%, I think, and then you add another gear to it, and you get even more. So, what was the thing I was going to say about the? Okay, so one of the things that is tough about the kit builds for the elements right now for me is that the kits come with all metal gears, which in theory is great, but when you're driving them on the trail, it sounds like a Sherman tank because it's so loud. It just whines out, and it's just like where. And no matter how much cow RC I throw in that thing, it's super loud. But if you buy the Stealth X kit trans, just the trans by itself, that's all plastic gears, and those gears are bulletproof because I throw a lot of power and torque at these, and it is so quiet. It is so awesome. So that's the secret to get to a quiet element RC. The stock elements are super quiet too, because the stock RTRs, they come with the plastic gears in there. And don't be scared of the plastic gears. Those plastic gears,
they're like Tamiya ones. They're just bulletproof.
They are, and they're super wide. They're like probably 5/8 wide. The gear mesh. I mean, they're super awesome.
I mean, I only buy kits, but that's just me.
Yeah. Cycle Garage says, "Are you going to cut that top bar on the cage, Tony?"
What? On this one?
The roll bar or the light bar, probably.
Why?
I don't know. Says it seems like you have an endless supply of SCX 24s.
Well, I do have 2 more over there in the box. Shh.
Yeah.
They just show up here. They gave it to me.
I know, right? It says, wait, Tony's doing an unboxing.
They gave it to me.
Yeah. So Tony says, Matthew Copeland saying, how many 24s could you build from spare parts now? Ha ha
ha. The problem is the axles shafts. I would have to get axle shafts.
Right. The innards.
But I have transmissions and things like this one here just laying around.
Oh, no.
That's most of one.
So you know how we were talking about my stepdad?
Yeah.
So he called me and he goes, hey, do you want to come out and test this boat with me? And I was like,
right
nope. Now? And I was like, no, I've got a podcast that I have to do, a live. I'm a person. I'm a celebrity now. Didn't you know? And he's like, oh, great. Well, I'm going to go out and drive it by myself. And my mom just texted, but I can't see the full text because it only came on my
Dad crashed his boat today.
She goes, he's going for a cold swim. That can only mean one thing.
That's why I don't like the catamarans, man.
Why is that? Do they tunnel over or what?
No, they're like, they don't have the self-righting, most of them.
Oh.
They shouldn't. They're not as easy to make go over, but if they do.
That's funny. That's what I told him too. I was like, well, good luck with that. Because I told him that was the first thing I said. Yeah, that was the first thing I said. I was like, I don't know if that has a self-righting feature. And he's like, what's that? I'm like, you'll find out. Because I bought him the Pro Boat, that little like 16-inch or whatever.
Yeah, and those ones self-right.
Yeah, I bought him that a while ago. and so we'll see.
You get an SS24. You get an
Yeah,
SS24.
the Oprah of SS24s.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, Oprah.
They show up at times. I don't know what happens.
I wish I could be like Oprah.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
It would be fun. Or Martha Stewart. I think it'd be cooler to be Martha Stewart. What do you think? Come on. Hanging out with Snoop, having street cred for doing hard time? Yes. Definitely cooler.
Back in the day, I would have wanted to be Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah. Canceled.
She started catching all the flack.
That was my John Christ. Canceled.
Yeah. That guy's hilarious.
He is funny. Pro Boat React 17 is a pretty solid starter boat. Yeah, it is. Flip. Do they still put extra links in Drivetrain?
Self-right. Sorry.
Yeah. Stony Drive says, do they still put extra links in Driveline in the deadbolt box?
Yes, this is still an AE6.
Oh, wow. That's an old one.
Well, they haven't done the deadbolt yet with the new one.
Really?
I don't think so. I mean, I just got this one at Axial Fest because it was $99.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, well, you can't say no to that.
Right. Well, I could. I would be like,
nope.
No.
You don't like them?
No, I do. But I would just be like,
you have better restraint than me? Is that what you're saying?
I do.
Oh, I'll give you that.
I am a...
Built, not bought.
Well, it's funny, too. I always, that's my thing. With vices and things like that, I can just turn them off. So, during this this challenge, this 30-day challenge, I looked at my wife and I was like, I'm going to stop drinking pop. She's like, okay. And I just stopped drinking pop.
You got the soda pop.
Yeah, and other stuff, I can just be like, no, I stop today. Today's the last day. I've been like that with everything my entire life. I can just drop it. I'll come back if I want, but nope. I do like that color though.
This bronze?
I would call it copper.
Copper? Yeah, it is copper.
You can call it bronze.
No, it's copper.
Just saying. Yeah, I do like that. So these are the color schemes. Remember how we were talking about? Oh no, my mom's sending pictures that I can't see. She says ducks are laughing. I don't have a fan. I'm trying to get my wife to. I'm planting seeds. Trying to get my wife to get me the Apple Watch, because right now on Prime Day, it's like $120 off.
Oh dang!
I know, for the Series 7, the new one.
That's like telling you to buy it.
I know, it's a great deal, and I bought her one for her birthday last year.
Yeah,
she never wears it. Never wears it, and I'm like, come on. And I would poach it from her.
You can't pass up a sale. That's what my mom always told me.
Yeah, and I would poach it from her, but it's the rose gold color. And I was like, whose idea was it to buy the rose gold color?
Hers, so you wouldn't steal it from her?
Probably. So.
Yeah, these things are fun. So I got this because these are probably the best to do the comps with in Class 1. So you have to be box stock with Proline tires because they all have different tires on these. So to make it everybody run the same thing, we did the Hyrax. So everyone has to get a Hyrax set in order to not have different tire sizes. Like the Jeep has the monster tires on it,
right?
Which is a bit of a advantage. What's Stoney saying? Metallic copper. Don't quit, just stop.
Yep. That's how it is. Put it on hold. Put it on ice, as the catfish say in your neck of the woods.
We put our catfish on ice,
I
and then
know.
we filleted it
With a bent knife.
with a bent knife.
Too soon. Too soon?
It was too soon. Now we're allowed to change the servos too, because we realize those are just crap.
Can you change into a chihuahua?
Chihuahua? I don't know.
Chihuahua.
When I saw that, my stomach just. So I know how much I spent on those, and I was like, "You gotta be kidding!"
So on the case itself, is it a sticker or is it laser?
Oh no, they're lasered.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, lasered stuff. Because somebody was like, "Hey, just put new stickers over it."
Yeah.
I'm like, that takes away from the whole thing. Like, I could fix the case stuff. I could pay to have all new ones do, and then take them all apart and redo them all.
Right.
Because they've got upper and lower. They should have upper and lower box art.
Right.
And I went all in on those ones.
Hey,
and I jacked it up.
It's all right. You turned it up to 11 and ripped the knob off.
Mighty Chihuahua. All right. Does it have Proline Hyrax wheels also? Yes, it has to be that set. The $25. So, yeah. So the problem is, like, I have a JLU, so that's what I bought to run in this class because it's so much smoother, the radio. But these ones, I just like the link setup.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, went with it, even though the radio's not going to be as good.
Garbage. Now, can you take, because it's stock though, can you take the other electronics out of it?
I was told no.
What? Whose idea was this? Whose idea was it?
Jeff's.
Jeff. Come on, Jeff.
But if I can change the servo, does that mean I'm allowed to change the servo tray? These are really narrow rails.
I think you should be able to change to your stock Horizon ESC. Why not?
To the ESC? Oh.
Yeah.
No.
So you could take the one out of your Jeep and put it in. It would get
costly for people that buy this one and don't have that.
Hey, man. Rubbin's racing. You're already buying tires. Right?
I'm not.
I thought you had to get the Hyrax.
Oh, yeah, I am.
See?
But I just put those Hyrax on that other car. Shoot. So I'll be buying more Hyrax.
Yep, see? Look at that.
Or I'll be trading wheels off of something else.
You're like, I could get another set of scramblers.
No, I have another set of scramblers.
Yeah.
But they don't fit on that. I need a different body. Jeff, I need somebody to paint a Proline. What are those called? Cliffhangers.
I want one of those.
What color would be cool?
Lime green.
Lime green would be pretty cool.
Lime green with black.
The scoop on it.
Yep. Flat black.
If this was black,
you have to matte black the scoop.
Yeah. Or black the truck and do a lime green scoop.
No.
I'd rather do it the other way. I like lime green.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that looks sick.
I can always Sharpie the scoop if he's only going to do one color.
What? No, just get a sticker, or not a sticker, a piece of vinyl, black vinyl, and throw it over the scoop. Easy peasy.
So what was the rule, Jeff? Am I allowed to change the servo mount in order to put a different servo on? I know we can change the servo. I don't know if I can fit the honey badger on here.
I forgot. I was starting to ask people a question about racing. and I got sidetracked probably by something you interrupted me with, and I was like, "Thanks, Tony." It's like, "Cool story, Tony. Can I get back to racing?" Just kidding. So, racing, 4-wheel drive buggy mod, and 4-wheel drive mini truggy. What's the difference in kits aside from big tires front and back and a body? Is it because I looked at Associated and they didn't have a 10 scale truggy? They have a 10 scale 4-wheel drive mod buggy.
Yeah.
So, how do I get an Associated truggy in 10 scale? That's what I want to know.
You have them make you one?
So, hey guys, just wondering by chance, how would you feel about this?
So the honey badger, I have to angle the tops of these to get it to fit in here. Also, for people that have the honey badger and want a metal arm, I put them on the honey badger page, a link to them where you can buy them
Nice.
on Amazon. But you will have to grind off the bottom one like you do most. I like the white plastic ones.
Sharpie time. That's what I do.
I like them white. I like to get ridiculed for it.
It's like my
bring it on, baby.
A couple of years ago, we all had our slashes in the backyard. My neighbor had one. Me and the kids had them. We're racing in the back, and my stepdad shows up with his brand new RTR slash. He's like, "I'm ready," and I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Stop! What are you doing?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "What is that thing sticking out of the hood of your car?" He goes, "What do you mean? It's my antenna." I was like, "Stop!"
Oh, no.
I was like, I antenna shamed him bad. I was like, "Get that thing back in that receiver box. Come on."
You coil that up right now.
I know you do it now.
Shove it in there. Just shove it in there. I don't want to see it.
It's like Anchorman. That poop came out your mouth. Just that poop. Stop it. So mad at you, Ron Burgundy.
Jeff went quiet.
Oh yeah, he's like, he's doing the Homer in the weeds.
Yeah.
Falling back.
I didn't come up with the rule. Everybody decided on it together.
Can you bend the chassis rails? Is that allowed? Bent chassis rails, says Blacksmith. Longer arms. Longer chassis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen.
You could heat up your lower links and then bend them too to get like high clearance.
Yeah, they did that in
Right.
ours. They did that in ours too.
Cheaters. And
The
everybody out west.
I
I don't know
know
if you can trust them. They
you can't.
stick toothpicks in their foot.
We're outlaws.
Cheat. Cheat at toy
Outlaws.
trucks for kids.
Yep. That's how it is. We're dirty out here. It's bad. It's bad. My vote: longer links, more battery, as forward as possible, or move battery as forward as possible. So what I think what they're trying to say about bending the chassis rails is if you want to change your triangulation on your shocks, you have to flare out your chassis rails if you don't run a front bumper to get your chassis rails to sit lower for more flex. I've done that. Not the best thing. And also, and C1 here, you have to run a bumper, I think, a stock bumper. So if you flare it out, you can't run that stock bumper any longer. So apparently no one cares about my truggy question. Thanks, guys. Thanks for looking out. Feel loved. But paint schemes for my two scorcher. What are they called? Sand scorchers? Scorchers, Tamaya. I don't know. Anyways, doing 2 different paint schemes. Paint scheme number 1, black with that spastic paint flop color to green, teal, and purple. On the bug body should be hot. And then the other one, I'm going to flat black it and do a mellow yellow slash based mini sand scorcher.
Do they call you Mellow Yellow?
They don't call me mellow yellow, but it's going to be a rad body. Rad body. XJ says, "What's a truggy?" Laugh out loud. Yellow and red
Do
for
they
the
still
sand
do
scorcher.
that? Is that even a class still?
Yeah, it's a class still. So they have the 8th scale truggy. It's totally a class. Where have you been? Longer arms, links, and axles, maybe a longer chassis, I think. Yeah, but I don't know what you start with. Like, I don't know what. I think Losi has a truggy,
Yeah, they do.
but you don't know that they do. You're just saying that. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
the
they do.
truggy. I watch it when they do the live RC racing.
Well, is it a truggy or is it a different kit that they convert into a truggy? That's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of. Psycho Garage says he knows mellow yellow. Yes. Cole Trickle. That's my inspiration. This building lights thing is pretty nice. You should try it sometime, Tony.
Do I have to use them?
No.
Oh, okay, then maybe.
Mine likely won't be plugged in on the top here. We'll see.
Then what's the point?
For radness?
For show?
Yeah.
Are you a show off?
I am a show off. Do you see these, Tony? Do you see those?
Trophies?
Trophies. In abundance. I'm a show guy. These are all my... I have a couple racing ones, but these are mainly concourse trophies for our local stuff. So one
These
event...
are your accomplishments.
Yeah, my wife is funny because there's someone's having a classic RC. Like if you made a classic scale car, they're having a competition concourse, and she goes, "What? So you can get another paper trophy to put on the wall?" I was like, "Yes, that's exactly why I want to do it." But
I have a pretty cool trophy sitting right up there on my wall. You can't see me. I'm looking up at it.
oh, is it the?
You can imagine me looking
Is
up
it?
at it.
Is it the mirror YouTube one yet? Do you have that yet?
I wish. Thanks.
Ouch. Shots fired. Shots fired.
I felt that. I felt the sting of that.
Psycho Garage says, I need to get trophies made for my background too, Pablo.
Dude, you just need a printer.
I know.
Color.
That's all I do.
Like the old church software for making bulletins.
Yeah.
Word art. Get some word art in there.
Or what's it called? Not PageMaker, but what's the other one that they use? Oh, it drives me crazy. Corel. Oh, I hate Corel.
I used to use Corel for everything.
Yeah. Shows.
Corel Draw.
Yeah. Did you use it to check spelling too? Oh! No.
I see what you did. You're dead to me. Oh, I cut too much of this off.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I pushed the servo in too far. So I'm going to try to put the servo in kind of funky.
You're like, I'm not
I
even
know.
gonna
I'm
sit
careful.
on
I'm trying to be careful. Man child over here. I'm waiting to see if the editors remove the reference to being a man child. I'm hoping they don't.
Yeah. The chassis layout is the same at just a quarter longer, at least 10th. Oh, we must
Just
be talking
a smidge.
truggy. I need to get trophy. Yeah, I got that one. Oh, taller shock towers and shocks. For course, my info is 10 years old. Or, of course, that was mean and funny, Pablo. Chihuahua!
That's wonderful. Who said that? Dirk. So you guys will be the only ones to be in the joke and have the cool servo then. Tony's such an idiot, servo.
Now, okay, so here's my thing. My wife always blows me up about checking spelling because when you're designing stuff, I don't see them as words. I see them as shapes. And I'm sure this is the same problem that you have. So you're looking for balance and symmetry and all that kind of stuff. And that's like, she's like, you need to check spelling. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have you for. Get to it.
Yeah, I know. And that's, I always forget. But I never get it to the Chihuahua. I cut twice and it's still short.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to live down.
He says, you know who said it before you even looked.
I sure did. There's a mutual hatred, respect.
So Stony Drives RC says, we get sticker trophies at our local track, Palo Mesa Raceway.
Oh, stickers? That's a sweet idea.
Yeah.
I might steal that idea. I don't have any trophies to give away. Maybe I'll do it for like most purchases per month trophy.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep. That's it.
We did some really cool ones for Scale Ultra for Scale Metal Supply. I designed these ones that look like little buggies, like silhouettes, metal, where they're just plasma cut metal ones. They were pretty rad. They were pretty rad.
Well, did you spell everything right on it?
I did.
Because I had to laugh when I sent it to Jeff because we were talking about the trophies for the gauntlet, and I'm intentionally doing this to see if you're going to complain, but you're not. You're being good. And they spelled it, so it was sent to Laser Nut Racing to be done, but the spelling was gauntlet, Guant on them. But they're beautiful trophies. They were just spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Well, then this year they did the first flyers and they spelled it gauntlet on that too.
Oh no!
And so I was kind of just recently teasing them about it. How I still have a few of those. She's like, "Oh, we got rid of those. We've got new ones." I'm like, "I've got some.
Yeah,
they might just appear." And then I go and spell more than just a silly little flyer that people don't care about. They just want the dates and info, and I jack it up.
It's okay, Tony.
Is it?
It is. They'll still sell. There's still going to be an amazing servo.
They might be amazinger because there's less wording on it, so maybe it'll give it a little extra weight there, unsprung, because it hasn't been lasered away as much.
Right. You should just paint them lime green when you get them. No one will know. They're going to know. No one's going to know. How would they know?
That's a good one, too. There's so many good ones out there right now.
I know.
Do you watch the Dude Dad ones?
I don't know.
You should.
I don't know if I do or not.
He's on YouTube, but he's also on Instagram and stuff. He's the ones that did the like the dads of Target or whatever, where the wives go in and are shopping, and the dads all form this like little. They're all playing poker in the back of a minivan and stuff.
We watched.
Oh,
God, sorry.
That they just realize that other men are sitting there in the parking lot, and they decide to get together every time that the wives go, and
it's like
it's kind of funny.
That's awesome.
They go from like moping around the parking lot to having an idea when they all kind of meet
They're like
up.
tailgating.
Yeah, basically, it's wild and it's funny.
We watched another funny church movie I think it's last weekend. We watched Family Summer Camp. I don't know if you've seen that by the Skit Guys.
Nope.
You know who the Skit Guys are?
Nope.
Come on, Tony.
Nope.
Seriously?
Nope. The Skit Guys?
Yeah. They do funny churchy stuff. But we watched Family Summer Camp, and my wife was cracking up, and I'm like, I don't know, like these jokes are funny, but like I never went to family church camp, so I was like, all right, if that's how you do, I believe it. My daughter's at camp, first time sleepaway camp right now. It was a little scary.
I bet.
Sending her away. I was like, if anyone says anything to you, tell them I will cut them and gut them like a fish.
And it won't do it the nice way. You might even bend that fillet knife in their neck.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, that was a bone.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm like, why are you trying to cut the head off? You just got to fillet the side off of a catfish. What are you doing? My son just all wanted to do it. And I'm like, did you watch any video? Do you know what you're doing? Well, I've done it before. One time, and your grandmother did it. Yeah. So then he's like out there cutting, and I'm watching a YouTube video. Ooh, that's snappy. Ooh, this needs some weight.
Is that the Chihuahua, or that's not the Chihuahua, that's the Badger?
No, this is all you really need is this honey badger.
Ooh.
But what I did is I just put it on the original servo mount, and I left a gap. See where the screw is between the servo and the...
Oh, yeah.
That's all gap to push it forward.
Mm-hmm.
And actually the links line up better. It's kind of twisted. It's pretty powerful. I can't tell if the servo is moving or not on that. No, I think it's moving the whole axle. It's
Psycho Garage says, then pack it with a gauze so you can remove it later for more pain, Pablo. To whoever have to gut like a fish.
Oh, this is so not smooth like the other ones. It's going to be a lot of switching between low and high. Oh, and even then it's not smooth. I might have wanted to do the JLU. Maybe I'll make 2 class 1s and compare. I like the link setup on these, but the radio just sucks compared to the new ones.
I think you should just switch it over and no one will ever know, Tony. No one will ever know.
When I'm holding the alien remote control, they'll know.
No, they'll never know.
They're going to know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Switch it over and just be like, I put a deadbolt on my JLU. Deadbolt body.
And links.
And links.
Yeah.
Easy. Right? No? Still stock.
I did buy the body from them, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could just move it over there.
Psycho Garage says medium's a sweet spot on V1. Nowhere is a sweet spot on V1.
It still is just so much dead space on the beginning of the throttle.
Yeah.
So much dead space.
I don't know why we had so many problems with the stock motors. I mean, my son burnt up probably 3 of them.
Over tightening the axles. Nuts.
No.
Yeah.
What do you think I am, Tony?
I think you over tightened, or you got them over tightened. Like these ones on here are too tight. Like you just barely want that thread.
I know. Just
be-
barely flopping around just to make contact with the hex. I know. They were still burning up.
Need the baby glide. That's why.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. The stock ones are the old stock ones. I'm not talking V2. I'm talking V1.
No, these are
Yeah.
Well, the motor's the same still in the V2.
Is it? Well,
Yeah.
probably the electronics make a big difference though in that.
Oh yeah, how smooth it is.
Well, and just burning up the motor, like the right.
Well, yeah, I mean because of the power delivery to the motor.
Right.
I do like that color.
It's like the color of your tiny gap in it truck almost.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Metallic copper.
It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet.
Pretty stinking sweet.
All right.
Look at the size of the avatar in comparison.
It's tiny. Super small.
Can't really
sound pretty hollow.
But yeah, just the weight of it. I just really like this radio. But the thumb driving is you can go full right, full left with just your thumb to where it hits.
So,
which is awesome.
One of the Psycho Garage says, "Learn how to drive."
Dang! Shots fired.
Hey, it's my at the time 7-year-old son driving. Take it easy. Just kidding. And he can outdrive men. He's a boy amongst men.
We're talking about the V1. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. He says, "Just kidding." I know you're just kidding. I'm not mad. You're dead to me. But what was I going to say?
Can't be mad if he's dead to you, right?
What was I going to say? I was going to say something about. Dang it!
I got something in the mail. Think of what you were saying, and I'm gonna think about where I buried those things I got in the mail.
I'm trying to think of what I was going to say. Darn it! It escaped me. But now I got to put headlights together. What are those? It's blowing out stickers.
I got another Power Hobby diff cover.
Why?
I keep finding these things.
Oh.
I was apparently stockpiling stuff.
Yeah.
I got something. Some of the people will recognize this.
Oh, Mark Santa Maria.
Yeah.
You got a sticker.
Yep, and a little note.
Oh.
Thanks for the order. These should match your new Solar Flare X Max. Love the channel, Mark. These aren't going on my Solar Flare X Max, but no, actually one of them will. And then the other is going to go on my Max. So that I can one-handed drive my Traxxas radios that I hate.
Nice.
Because I don't like where they put the, like even on this stock one actually. So version 1 I can one-handed drive.
Yeah.
Traxxas is like
it's
up
way up
here.
There. Yeah.
Like forward and high. It just feels weird to drive it. I like it tucked, like my hands together like this. That's what I like.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not everybody would hate that, but I just like them being close together like this. It just feels tight and compact.
When you hit that mic a little bit harder,
I'm trying to.
It sounded great in the ears. So what? So what I was talking about, or what I was trying to remember was, dude, when you're hiking that far, you know how surprisingly tired your arm gets from holding your controller from going. I mean, imagine these hikes are like 4 hours.
Do you have your camera mounted to it?
Yeah, 2 cameras.
Okay.
GoPro and my phone. All in one hand.
Glutton for punishment. Yeah, it gets heavy. And the mount for it.
Yeah, and so it's like, and because I have it on a selfie stick that goes all the way down to the ground.
Yeah.
And so the next day I was like, oh, why is my arm sore? And I was like,
well, then you're dumb too. You need to hold it up instead of like all the weight being down.
I know.
You almost got to have it so you're holding it straight.
Yeah.
And one-handed.
Yep. Yep.
and then mount it that way. I have the same problem when you do it that long
Yeah.
with the long pole
Yeah.
in your hand like that.
Well, you know,
That's why you got big muscles.
I switch arms. I'm just saying, I switch arms.
You drive right-handed.
I do. After a couple hours, I'm like,
Really?
yeah. I'm like, I gotta just switch over
You know
here.
what my favorite part of this whole truck is?
What's your favorite part of that whole truck?
Take a guess when you see it. You missed it.
The servo.
Servo horn. It's white.
Cool
I'm
story,
going to sell
bro.
this as a takeoff.
Cool story, bro. Cool.
Somebody
story.
will want this. It's brand new.
No one's gonna want it.
Dude,
Yeah, but-
they buy all these takeoffs. I saved the motors. I'm giving to somebody the motors and the old servos.
Know
gotta
anybody
find
that
this.
wants to buy a Phantom 3 Professional with 6 batteries, a Pelican case, and a backpack? And
Your father-in-law to go get his boat.
I know.
Just put a little arm on it that'll tip it over like a hook. You can fly it down, get it under the boat, and lift it.
Have you ever seen one of these? It's called a Flea airdrop.
It's a release, yeah.
Yeah, you mount it to the arm or to the, I forgot what they're called, the legs of the drone. And it's got a little linear actuator here, and you hit the button and it drops stuff. It's pretty rad. We're using this at my kids on the last week of they have like 4 camp weeks or whatever. I'm going to take the drone and fly water balloons over them and just do random drops on kids. I don't condone that.
Yeah.
But I do.
Sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Well,
you enjoy that.
Yeah, well, you know.
I haven't flown my drone in years.
That's the reason why I'm thinking about selling it, because I have
all the laws got so crazy, and it was just like, but then nobody obeys the laws.
Exactly.
And so then you're
and
like,
there's nowhere to enforce the laws, and it's like,
but it's so sketch when you are out there and you just feel like you're gonna get yelled at, or I don't know. I just
feel like you're getting watched.
Yep.
Yeah.
While you're watching other people.
I know. Peering in other people's rooms.
And then people want you to use them for shoots, and you're like, I can't really. I don't have a license.
Yeah.
So I let mine lapse. It was just.
They're like, what do you mean you don't have a license?
Well, you're held more responsible if you do get caught breaking the law when you have a license.
Right.
Because you should know better.
You should.
So not going to be like, sorry, I'm just a enthusiast. Having fun.
Sadly, people ignoring the laws are why they are getting stupid. I agree, but then I think that when all these laws first came out about them, they were kind of just a money grab, to be honest. Like, I think they were just looking for a way.
It's different because everybody wanted to do it. It wasn't like the airplanes where they had the whole AMA, and those guys are very good about following the rules.
Right.
Then you've got the FPV. They were using spectrums that were dedicated to ham radio.
Right.
And you're supposed to have an operator's license to use those channels and all this junk.
Right.
So yeah.
Then you got Casey Neistat flying his
in downtown New York.
Yeah, I did it in downtown Seattle, Pioneer Square. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
But I did it down there for a shoot. It was pretty cool. But that's all I'm going to say about that. It actually, what was crazy? It's, how they have geofencing with the app.
Yeah.
And they don't allow you to go in places. So I took off and I punched up, and I was getting this. It was right next to CenturyLink Field, the football field.
Yeah.
I wasn't flying in, and I was a block and a half out, but I punched up, and I'm flying around doing this shoot, coming in, and then I go to come down, touch down, and I'm flying down, and I'm like, and it wouldn't let me land in the parking lot that I took off from. And I was like,
it wouldn't come into the geofence. You started in it, but it wouldn't.
Yeah. And so I had nowhere to land because it was a street, and then it was a small sidewalk that had like stuff and people. And I was like, And so it was one of those hockey stops where I came descended, and I was going right at the kind of like the edge of the geofence and like kind of skid into it. It's like nailed it.
Yeah. So Jessica, sorry, I didn't see the Air Force base there. That was the problem we had in Norfolk. Airports and then military bases.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
now that was a thing flying in Seattle is that I stayed low. I stayed I was above I was above the buildings that I was there, but not in the air canopy. I was
Yeah.
still below. I think I was at like 250. So, I mean, nothing's flying that low where I was at. But you shouldn't fly like that. Just, you shouldn't. So, I do not condone that.
I had taken mine to Hawaii.
I did too. Yeah.
And I was flying, and there's this waterfall, and I was trying to go out toward it. And then one of the helicopter tours came in.
Yep.
Had no idea they were going to be coming in at all or anything. And it's like out there. I mean, it's way out there. And those
Yeah.
helicopter tours, they're low. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just freaking out. Like, dude, I could like totally wreck this thing if, so I just took it down. I'm like, if I hit the trees, I hit the trees,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
I was just getting it out of the sky.
Were you out of line of sight?
It was at the edge of line of sight. You could still see
Yeah.
it, but it
Yeah.
was.
But you can't tell your elevation.
Well, we were on
Yeah.
like the top of this mountain looking down at, so
Were you in Maui, Waihi Ridge?
I was on Molokai.
Okay. I was in Maui, Waihi Ridge.
Yeah.
And they do that where the helicopters come down and you got the ridge that comes up and the helicopters, like some of them stay up here. And then there's that one, like probably Vietnam vet guy that's like, we're going in. And he's just like drops down into the valley. And yeah, that was super sketch. That happened to me.
Yeah. I just like, well, not taking it up here anymore. There's too much. Like, it's not worth it.
Right.
But yeah, because there's all the cliffs on Molokai. That's where they had that leper colony. It was on at the base of that, and there was a drop off, and then there was a peninsula, and so basically they couldn't get up to the top really easily, and so they were cut off. So all these lepers would be flown in and brought in to be in a leper colony there, but all along that there's just this beautiful. I mean, it's epic. So.
Yeah.
They bring them from Hawaii or from Maui. They come over because it's like just across. Like we're sitting in our hotel looking at Maui. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Actually, there's no hotels in Molokai. Molokai they don't want tourism. So there was one hotel at the other end of the island from where everybody was. They closed it down. It was like that and a Burger King closed out. All they've got is like the Molokai market, and then they have Molokai Burger. Like that's the one little joint, but it's just run by the locals.
Right.
And we just stayed in there was a person there that we knew that allowed us to use one of their homes to stay in.
That's cool.
But yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like indigenous people.
That's
all
rad.
that were on the island. And then us.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's super cool. Those hikes. So I would go out hiking out there at sunrise. And so I was out flying, and it was probably 9 o'clock, and the helicopter started coming in. And that same thing. I just grounded it, came in real hot because it was like, but I flew around some blowholes, which was really cool. Where else did I fly around? I don't remember.
See you, Jeff Walter, and welcome, Sir Chirpalot, Randy. Sorry, I was leaving. So he said he's dozing off.
Take it easy, Jeff.
He's been working his tail off, dude. Let me pull up the pictures of what this place is looking like. If you are anywhere near, if you are within 3 hours, 4 hours, even you could be in the state and be over 4 hours away. But if you're within like 4 to 5 hours, I think that the gauntlet is worth coming to. I would say up to 8 hours away. I know people come for Beat the Creek and all that. They drive distances. It's pretty epic.
I'm going to try to be from, what is that, 8 hours in a plane? No, I'm just kidding.
We'll see. Let's work something out. If you can get the time off, I've got a place.
I think it'd be rad.
So let me pull up this. Share screen. This one. Jeff had just posted it on Facebook.
I was gonna say that looks like monster trucks, Tony.
It was on Facebook though.
Whoa!
That's a cool little mini monster. So I have to be as my
I think that's gonna be my winter build, Tony. Is a mini
one of the
monster.
minis. Yeah.
I think
so
I finally got to do it. Hey, look! It's
Hey, there's
us.
us. Hey, oh, we're going into the Matrix.
Whoa!
I think Jeff posted it to his own page. Yep, here we go.
Food truck.
So this is the grounds. If I could point it out, so there's a crawler course here. This is at the front of the property. Right out here along that where the truck is a road. There's two cars. And you enter off to the right more. And when you come in, there's a driveway. Then there's an oval dirt track. Then there's this, which is the off-road track.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got this like just craziness of stuff. There's tires and bridges and all kinds of stuff
Super rad.
in here, like old,
Ooh, that's cool.
tractor parts and
I love that style.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so rad.
So some of it's just kind of fun things, and then other things are more difficult.
Yeah.
Through the rocks. But the other stuff's just fun to traverse.
Is that PVC pipe?
Yeah.
Dude, that's got to be tough.
It looks slick, right?
Yeah.
So different bridges.
That's super cool.
There's the off-road track.
I wish I could go to places like this and like stay for a week before and build an attraction, and then like be like, hey, let me use your garage.
Yeah,
And
you got a welder?
Yeah, I know. Do you got a welder? All I need is a welder and a grinder. That's it. Let's go. Like seriously, that'd be so rad.
Oval track. Here's the little dirt oval, little building you go in to sign in. This is a flight field back here. So we've got this. There's a kitchen in here. And for people that pay into whatever you can buy, there's food in there. Or there used to be. I don't know. Last year, there was stuff. You could just go in and leave money and make yourself a sandwich or whatever. Really just cool how they have it set up.
Yeah,
but yeah, there's a whole flight field right there. So that's just to the left. If you're pulled into the parking lot and you were looking at that first track we were looking out at the road, it would be on your left, and the oval would be on your right.
Guru RC is asking where this is located.
This is located in Ionia, Michigan. So just west of Lansing, just east of Grand Rapids.
That's sick, that bridge.
Yeah, about 30 minutes. I almost moved when we moved here. Just a mile from here, exactly a mile, there was a house for sale with a barn and 50 acres that we were looking at. So you look at this bridge back there, like suspension bridge.
Yeah.
See it sticking up there? It's crazy.
Super sick.
The slide, little bridges, little rock garden stuff. This here we did this, my boys and I. That's fun getting through there. Get your wheels up on the sides and riding. Couple of slide things where you slide on your axles. I think that's what that is.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yep.
Yeah, here's a weighted bridge.
That's super cool.
Yeah, so just a whole rock garden and stuff there. That looks like it could be almost 24 scale.
Yeah. Guru, the event is in September.
What it is.
I think it's the end of September. Am I right? The gauntlet.
Okay, so there's the monster truck course in the way back. So it's between. So it's in part of where they have a basher area just out the front by the street here, and that's the dirt track, and then this is the crawler course.
Super cool.
But this isn't even where you run. For the gauntlet, this is just in the front half of the property. The gauntlet is in the woods.
That's
in
awesome.
the back. So yeah.
That'd be fun.
This is going to be like a rock race type thing. I think they're going to mud it up in here and do like a rock race through it. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So he's been working on getting that all gnarly. So there's the
nice
little monster truck area with these little backflip cinder block things here. Yeah, there's that rock thing again. Yeah, I mean, it's just so much stuff.
Shiki says he'll be there for sure. It's only about an hour away.
This is out in the woods. This is where they do the purgatory.
That's awesome.
And it's
That
like a circle or an oval. That S is in the middle. It's not an oval, but it's timed how many laps you can do in 60 seconds
oh,
or
really?
something like
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
September
So
16th at 12 p.m. September 17th at 9 a.m. Guru RC. Thank you, XJ Sport 95.
yep.
Super rad.
So it's really so that's it. That's the big like track. So it's kind of euphorish.
That's cool.
And then you go into the woods and they've got all kinds of trails back in here.
Super cool.
And they actually do a comp through it. So there you get into this wheel and drive it. It's really fun. Go over a car. So there's a bunch of different things. There's an awesome rock garden back here too, like a really big one. There's the flight field. And they'll have all this for there's porta potties and all that, but they'll have all this for camping.
Yeah.
So they did that so we could have like a big fire and stuff at night, like a bonfire.
That's cool.
We couldn't do that back by the woods. So it looks like we're back at the beginning. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, timed lap around. So it's one lap around, but who can do it the fastest? That's
cool.
right. That's right. I was wrong.
That's awesome.
So yeah. XJ Sport 95 says Purgatory gets rowdy.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for Purgatory last time. We just moved in. And so it was a stressful move in. And then yeah, I was able to get away to go there for the gauntlet. And I was there a good part of the day. I think I left around 5. So, but I think they said there was over like 250 trucks there last time. So it's not a small event. Like it's a big event.
Yeah, and for people that might not know, 200 rigs, that's a lot of rigs out there. Because like we've had our scale trail events that had 70, 80 cars, and there's a lot of people there. And then like the racing over at Die Hard gets 150 people, 170 people, and that's a lot of car entries too. So,
and if people want a little idea, here, let me pull this back up again.
Oh, nice. $5 gets you 5 tries. If your car will make it.
I think they changed the amount, though. I think it's only 3 is maximum this time because it went so late with everybody. Like, it took forever to get through everybody. They're there till like 2 a.m.
Wow.
So I think they were going to try to limit it.
That's
so
cool.
I was going to show a quick... I have the volume muted, even though it's my own video. I guess I don't have to.
So Heartland, no.
So this is back where you go.
He says there's no crawler stuff over in Ohio.
So yeah, here's all the vendors. They've got a bunch of vendors, tons of people.
Can you forward me this link?
Yeah, look at all the people.
Because I forwarded some information on to my guys at Element, and so this really shows the level of what it is.
Okay. Yeah, those are the guys because it's timed. They're taking off.
Okay, so they run behind it. So there's something like that out here in the West called Ultra Scale Ultra. And
as you can see, I'm not running.
So there's Scale Ultra out here, and you're basically trail running for 5K, I think, or 3K behind your RC, and they set up a trail and you just run and drive it.
Okay.
Which is awesome. I want to get in shape to do that one of these days, but we'll see.
Yeah, so there's gates marking everything throughout. And I'm trying to find that rock garden. It was so cool. I think it was after this.
Oh, he needs some of my banner flags. That's what he needs. Those flags are cool, but man, they are
This
messy.
is the garden here of rocks. This is a really cool spot with the bridges and stuff through it. But yeah, I mean, those guys are running. They're trying to get time,
Yeah.
and so they're moving through this stuff. They're not going for like cool, slow looking lines.
Yeah.
They're just hitting it hard. But yeah, this was tricky. Everyone was getting stuck. See how that truck sunk in the corn?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah,
Wow,
it was tough.
You guys are out there. You use corn. That's awesome.
Well, the animals will just eat it,
Yeah, that's
like the
cool.
deer and stuff. Yeah, it'll disappear. But yeah, really, really cool event. They spend days marking these trails.
I bet.
So yeah, I'll send you this link. Copy it now.
Super cool, man. That looks like a blast.
You should get Element to send you to represent them and bring stuff.
Hey,
Just saying.
we
could talk to him.
I've already planted that seed, as they say. So, because yeah, that's I thought the same thing. I was like, the only thing that I thought against that is that I want to play. I'm selfish.
Oh yeah.
And if I
there's going to be it's long enough that you'd be able to check out and play.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know.
I'd man the tent for you.
Well, that's the thing.
You want to buy this?
We want to get out there together, though. That'll be fun.
Well, then we'll make Jeff man the tent. He knows all about Element stuff.
Yeah.
That's what they all love to run.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I've even got video of the planes and the off-road and everything there at the end of the video.
So if you haven't seen this stuff before, I love it. This is my Star Bond adhesives for gluing, and it's got the activator. Solid, dude. Solid. It's awesome.
So if you have overspray, it won't activate. It won't be glue because it doesn't have activator on it.
What are you talking about?
So if you sprayed it while it was down on your table, and then you cleaned up the stuff on the table, and then you activated somewhere else.
Oh, it doesn't even. Yeah, doesn't leave any residue. So like, I put dabs of glue in these LEDs and put them in there.
And then when you spray it, it activates it. Got it.
Yep, it's awesome.
So the other glue is you in a little squirt container, squeeze, or you just paint it on with a brush.
Nope, it's in one of these with a fine tip on it.
Looks like an Associated bottle.
It does, but it's not
for the
oils.
Oils, yep.
Oh, you mean like this?
Yeah, that's what it looks like exactly. That's what I use right there. What's in the box will there be RC conspiracy episodes, Tony? Kind of missed those lives.
Ooh,
there will be some, but they're not going to be just planned. They'll just kind of be when I hear something or when I see something.
Can an Element 24
that I'm not allowed to, or that I don't have background info on that I can talk about? So, like, because if I'm in the know, then I can't really, even if there's something out there, I'm not really allowed at liberty to speak because of contracts. But
Jessica's 2-car garage asked, "Can Element 24 be a mini monster?" You know more than I do. Parts of the Element.
It takes a lot of work. You could use the axles for sure. Actually, yes. The answer is yes. So you have to get a on-axle servo mount from ECB, but ECB 3D printing also makes a chassis that goes with it. And yes, it very much can be a monster truck. But it's easier if you use a SCX24 transmission. I think.
The path of least resistance, as they say.
Yep. It's just easier.
I like it.
Talk your face off shirts would be mint, by the way. Yeah, I've been meaning to turn that logo into a shirt with the screaming and the Japan Sprite type thing or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
kind of behind it. Very MXPX amplifier look.
Yeah. What size pinion? Max 8, 2600 kV motor to run 6S.
I'll be right back, Pablo.
Okay. So, question is off topic. What size pinion, max 8, 2600 kV motor can run 6S 12? I'm not sure what 12 is. I don't know what car you're putting it in. That might make a difference for that. Yes, talk your face off shirts. I would. So back on that, I think that would be pretty rad. What's your guys' takes on logos on front or on back kind of stuff? Do you like the logos on the front or do you prefer logos on the back? Or do you prefer something like this where it's like a chest logo and a big logo in the back? Oh, hit me up on Insta for sure, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll have to send you one of our shirts. We have, what are they called? I have a Teespring, RC Amigos Teespring with some funny shirts on there. Mostly crawler centric shirts, but there's still some funny ones out there. I got to make some new ones. They're fun. The only thing about those Teespring ones is that they're a little, they don't last. So I actually have mine. Like, I think I make $1 on a shirt because I don't like the quality of them, but they're fun to have. So small on the front, big logo on the back. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm in the same boat on that. I wish that, what would be kind of cool on the talk your face off if we could have like a front. I don't wear left chest pockets, but it'd be kind of cool to have a pocket shirt, something like that. I think that would be fun. What else are you guys? So we talked about some racing. Oh, he's back.
I'm back.
We talked about some racing. It
I
was.
saw your bathroom door. It made me have to go.
You're like, let me step outside.
Yeah. No, I'm downstairs.
Okay.
I got colored lights
Nice
for
in here.
the
Yeah.
basement. They're hot. They're LED, but they're still hot.
Yeah.
I need my purple glow.
I guess we haven't talked about on the show that I changed up my background. If anyone noticed, I'm not straight on the logo anymore. So now you can see the rigs in all their glory. Sort of, not really. You see my unicorn up there, my black special edition Claude.
I see a bar going above your head for filming down below.
Yeah, my little rig up here. It's cool because I have an LED light. That this white thing is an LED light that goes across my bench on the top, so it's like super bright on top. And yeah, I dig it. But yeah, those are all the rigs back there. Race rigs, monster trucks, crawlers. You can't see the crawlers really, they're down low. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like this new setup. TVs over here, iPads over here, toolboxes in front of me. It's good. I got a new table base. For a long time I had a patio table. And then I had a tabletop on top of it. So every time I hit the table would be like wah, 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 and I hated it. And so I found I was gonna make one, and my wife's like, just look on Facebook, look on Marketplace, don't make a new table. And I'm like, all right. And I found a steel frame table for $50. I was like,
nice,
done. Cheaper than
old Pablo back here
with your lights.
Oh yeah,
look at that. So we were talking about the logo shirts, and they said small logo front, big logo on back.
They want the logo in both places?
Well, really? I was saying like shirts like this, where it's like the logo and then you have the big logo on the back. This one says "Kill All Tires."
I have that exact same shirt, except it doesn't have the flag on it.
Yeah,
on the front.
Because I'm a patriot.
You are. Yours is the July 4th edition.
Yeah. The America edition.
America.
Yep. Everything. America. So those who have kids know kids go through this phase when they're young where they talk like a baby. And it just makes
They do?
well, like
Baby talk?
so my son was doing it and it was like I was like, shut your face. Like it would drive me it would drive me up the wall. So I made him a deal. So his favorite color, when you ask what his favorite color is, it's red, white, and blue. Like it's not a color. It's like America. Red, white, and blue is my favorite color. I'm like, all right.
Well, and he wanted that car, right, to be the when the flag was, or how, what was it?
Oh yeah, the race truck, the 245.
Yeah.
How old the flag was. Yeah. So he's doing this baby talk thing, and I was like, look, if he wants a pocket knife or like a multi-tool,
yep.
I'm like, you're 8. Like, I don't think I want to give you like a Bowie knife when you're 8. Just not a good idea.
That's not a knife.
I know.
That's
a knife. So I made him the deal. I was like, all right, look, if you do this for a month, no baby talk, I'll buy you a multi-tool that has an American flag on it, like painted like America. So I found a Swiss Army knife. You know how they have the sides on them, and it's all America flag on the Swiss Army knife. And I told my wife, I'm like, look, I'm just going to take the knife to the shop and hit it on the grinder, polish it back up. And so it's basically a pry bar or whatever.
Yeah. And it's a butter knife.
Yeah, exactly. And just let him play with it. She's like, all right, deal. So it's like, here we go. So he's going to be getting, hopefully, an American knife.
The first knives we got were those ones, like the camping ones that have like the spoon, the fork, and the butter knife.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And like right after we got it, my younger brother started chasing my older brother around with the knife. Which was, again, it's a butter knife. It's not like, but he got his taken away.
My first knife.
And that was it.
My first knife, I got one of those mini Swiss Army knives, the ones that are like keychain size. And I opened it up and I was like, is this thing sharp? And I literally cut my finger. My mom's like, what am I going to do with this child?
Yep.
Yep. Jessica says, my dad gave me a knife when I was 6, but yeah.
Yeah, we had them, but my dad kept them, but we could like whittle sticks and stuff.
That's what I told him. I was like, look, you can wear this when we go out. You can wear this when we go hiking, you know, all that kind of stuff. I was like, but this does not come out in front of your friends. Like this is conceal carry, my friend. Like, because I just don't want to.
Conceal carry from Michigan.
I know. I was looking at getting it here for Washington too.
Did you see the fireworks thing where there's that family that had them and they were like sitting around the table?
Did I tell you that happened to us, but it didn't blow up the trunk of the car a couple years last year?
Gosh, really?
Dude. So that's why we didn't really do fireworks this year, is because my son was like still freaked out about it, that it happened last year. I mean, it literally blew out like boom right in front of us, 15, 20 feet away from us. But theirs was like next level. Like
theirs blew up just right in front of them, and then it blew all of them up. It lit the whole pile of them they had stashed by the car.
Yep.
Oh, it was nuts.
RC Athlete says, you guys still awake? Coasters, keychains would be something, guys. Oh, that'd be cool.
Coasters?
I still think you should use your servo horns as keychains. Just saying. I think I would put that on my keychain.
They're not logoed or anything. They're just.
I thought they had logos on them.
No. I think they do.
I think they do.
I think you're right.
Dude.
I think you're right.
Amazon, buy those keychains up, dude. The rings.
That's a good idea. But like think about putting one key on and you're sitting there like stupid. And have to do that for all of them and put the keychain on them.
So what you do is you get the small ring.
Yeah.
And then it goes on your keychain ring.
Okay. And then you just clamp it on with the needle nose.
No. It's the small, like, you know, the normal key ring that's like.
Yep.
It's like.
And then you got a small one that clamps it to it.
No, so like my key fob has this little one,
Yeah. It's
and
still a
then
pain in the rear to open up and put them on every single.
you just have to do it once. You don't even have to do it. Just send them the ring and the servo horn. That's what I would do.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
I'm just saying.
That's so funny.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're still awake, Lyle. We're still
10:50.
awake.
What time is it there? 2?
150. Yep.
Yeah.
But I got this class 1 ready. I just have to
Nice.
switch the tires when I get there. I'll just have to buy some. Jeff, I hope you have some. I know you're not watching anymore, but I hope you have some of those Proline tires available. This Honey Badger is wicked strong in here. And there's about a 1/4 inch gap of the screw. So I use the long ones. And it actually makes the links and everything sit like perfect almost. Doing it that way.
Almost.
Where I didn't actually carve out the back of the mount. I just shoved it to where it hit, and then I just put a long screw in to bite in. Because it's not going anywhere. Just having that tension on there.
No.
It's just locking it down so that it doesn't twist.
That's exactly what I did.
It's perfect.
When we had the reefs in the stock servo horn or servo tray, that's exactly what I did. I just took a long screw.
Well, and so I would cut them, and then I would angle it up some and shove it back, but then it always pulled the steering link weird. This actually puts it out in front just a bit, so it's almost perfectly straight across from where it mounts on the.
The only problem that
perfect.
you run with that is if you have full articulation, you might hit the front of the servo or the on the underside.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'll just cut that back.
Yep.
I can just Dremel that out.
That's the problem I had with mine.
It's hitting right on that little. It's on the
bumper
mount. I could just pull the bumper further forward. That's all it's hitting. It's that one little knob. Actually, it's not hitting at all. It's hitting on the rail. It's not hitting the bumper part. So what I was just getting to click was on the rail. And people complain about that, but you're not running it like that. When you're actually driving and it's going like this, it's just fine because you're.
Yeah. Super one-handed RC says, "What's wrong with the Endura servo horns? 2 for $10."
Endura ones? They're good if they get them for the right tooth. Right. These ones are 21 tooth, so a little bit different.
What's 21? The Honey Badger?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know the Honey Badger is 21 tooth.
Yep.
Does it come with the horn, or is that what they said you had?
It comes with the plastic, but you can buy the metal one on Amazon.
Oh, I see. That's the link.
And I have it listed where you can buy it from. So
I gotcha.
If people want to get it.
Plastic's fine. Just Sharpie it.
The plastic, it doesn't, they're stiff.
They're fine.
So any resistance that you're getting against a rock usually doesn't cause it to bend. There's not that much.
The car is going to move
force being applied
with that servo before
the car will definitely move.
Yeah.
It'll push the car before that would. Everybody wants to get the metal ones. I'm like, fine, but it's totally cool just running the plastic one. I run it in 90% of mine. 95% of mine have the white plastic, and I leave it white because I'm a rebel.
80% of the time.
I'm a loner dotty, a rebel.
Every time. Sex Panther.
I need to watch that again.
You know what's awesome?
Me?
These battery straps.
Oh,
when you buy them, I don't know if it says on the package. Heavy duty artificial leather lock fastener battery strap. It's like a pleather feel.
Faux leather.
Yeah. Yep.
But they got to tell you that?
Apparently they do.
Apparently they do.
And what's funny is that you don't even get to see the logo. Oh, that's funny. Do you not get to see the logo on this? It's on backwards. Look. So when you know how you have to do it backwards and
Yeah.
pull the thing over, it's on the inside.
Yeah.
Man,
Because it was grippy. Yeah.
you don't want it to be. Who cares about that? You want the logo to be on the outside.
It should have been where the strap part is. It pulls over.
Right.
However, I can't say anything because my Honey Badger stickers, when you put it in the SCX24, is on the bottom side.
Oh no.
So, but for those watching, if you get one, you can just use your finger and peel it up, and it's so sticky, you just stick it back on. So I just redo mine when I do it. So
You really think that's how they're selling it? That this is the more grippy part for the battery?
no, but it doesn't have any of the texture on it, so that's why it's printed there.
But it is. I'm disappointed with that, Tony.
Where it should be though is you should have it up toward the front of it, where the tab, when you pull it through, it'll then
Right.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They centered it, but they should have done it small.
Well, it's not even that. It's that. Yeah, they should have done the logo small right here
And put it at the end.
Yeah, so when you close it, you can see it.
Dirk's disappointed. It is extra work. But I've got one right here. I can actually show you how it happens in case anybody's curious. And then I'll just staple this one back up.
I know. I was like, let's open some more product on. Hey, you know while you're doing it, you should probably build another car.
It's already most of them on a build.
It's already open, Tony.
Oh, I do have a car I can put this in.
Let's see.
Smoking. But all you have to do, I would use probably a little knife just so it'll be cleaner.
Oh, look at you cutting towards yourself again.
Man, I'm cutting toward myself. I'm just getting it underneath the corner to get it to pry up. Because otherwise you get a crinkle in it. If you use your finger to start it, you get that crinkle in the corner. If you want to avoid that, you just get a knife under it, and it's super sticky, leaves no residue. And then you just flip it to the other side.
Don't put it upside down.
I'm putting it so when you look at it, the car, from the front, it'll show it with the logo.
What's up, Hoodwoods RC?
See?
The Shop Mini RC. What's up?
But you can't even tell that I just lifted it and moved it, and it's totally stuck on there good.
Looks great. They're never going to know.
So whoever gets this one is going to have theirs the right way, and they won't even know that I took the time to do it for them.
They're never going to know.
But I'm not going to do this for everybody.
We need to get that audio.
I don't got the time.
We got to sample that audio so we can just drop the audio every time. They're never going to know. How are they going to know?
They're never going to know. This person's just going to be like, man, that worked perfect. So what I was thinking about doing with the few brass axles that I have currently.
I like the way that rolls off people's tongue. Brass axles. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It just sounds right.
Yep.
Doesn't it?
So yeah, the brass axles.
I don't know why.
I was thinking about putting them on the shelf just right now, like just staggering some in there. And then as people order, I take them off and I put it in the bag. And then it's like a mystery. It's like a golden ticket.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, well, some people might not want the brass. Currently right now, everybody's like, oh, I want the brass ones.
Everybody loves something like that, Tony. You're not going to.
So they get it like, hey, mine didn't get painted. Like, because it was black on the image when I bought it. And then. I'm like, well, I could email them and say,
I see.
Hey, you pulled the brass, one of the special brass axles. Do you want it, or you just want the black ones? They're still brass, but they're black.
I thought you were talking about throwing just on a random. You're going to throw a set of brass axles in random.
No, it's on the brass axle. So I've got a whole rack in my little closet, pegboard. And just have them on there, and like every 10 or whatever, have one. Yeah. And people don't know, but they might get pulled. And then the next one is the brass ones, and then I'd message them. But then if they don't respond in time, I don't want to hold their order up, and it's tricky to know.
The Shop Mini RC asks, what are we buying? He says, I want brass. So
you want brass color, or you just want it to be brass in general?
So, just as a side funny note, I saw a funny video on the gram. Did you see the jewel cooler on the gram? That video that's going around.
Mm-mm.
So basically, what they did is they 3D printed a phone case backer and put magnets on it and put magnets on their vent for their car, right? And then it's got one of those accordion hoses, like a 1 inch, 3/4 inch vacuum hose that's on the back of it, and they pull it down and you put it in your short pants and put the AC on when you're driving. And it's called a jewel cooler. Are you not following me?
Mm-mm.
So
Jewel cooler.
So the AC
Yeah.
is blowing directly into a hose.
And they just put it down their jewels. Oh my gosh.
I was like,
now I'm following you.
I'm like, take my money. That sounds delightful on a long road. My old truck doesn't have AC. So it's like, that sounds delightful to have a nice little from the vent. Or if you have AC and you're pushing air through that might freeze you up a little bit. But just saying, the shop's has laughed my ass off. My mini.
Brass should be coated because it sticks to rocks.
But these are tiny rocks.
They're tiny.
Yeah. Psycho Garage calls it. He's just like, this is what it is, guys.
Yeah, just straight up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I got my fan underneath the table right now, and it is glorious. I'm on the verge of being too cool right now.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So I'm looking at this, and I'm realizing that if I take right now, it would be awesome on it, but it needs these spacers because I want it to stand off the roof that as high as those spacers are.
Okay.
So I probably need to get another nut, and then I need to get a longer screw that'll go through the roof so that it will be elevated off the top of the truck. I don't want to just like be straight onto the body.
You don't want it to be too high though either.
Sure I do.
No.
I mean, that's not very high. I want to be able to get my winch line to go in that groove so I can pull the truck.
You don't
so
need
if I
much.
take it up,
it's under tension.
But if I just put it straight on, I guess I could just put a few washers on there.
No, what you do is you take the washer off the top, your spacer.
There's no spacer on it. That's what I'm saying. Those aren't spacers. That is the screw head. So I have to punch holes into the truck.
The screw head's that tall?
Yeah. Yeah,
wow.
It could just be buttons. But anyway, I would want that much of a spacer lifting it off the truck, that little bit of what the nut is on there.
Yeah.
So that it's one, you got the air under there, but I can put the line going there and pull it.
Yeah.
So if I'm here, I don't want it sitting flush on the
Tony,
roof.
That's too big. That's too big, Tony.
Yeah, well, I'm talking for the other ones, but you get the idea. I'd want it to be elevated off it just a bit for the line to run under it.
The shop says low CG game over. Jessica's 2-car garage says old school Chevys had that vent in the lower dash. Yes. So I have a 71. I don't have that vent, but I have the side vent by my feet that I could just pump it right there. Glorious.
I just want them to make cooled seats. Like they make
do.
heated ones.
They do.
They?
Yeah. I'm surprised
I
your
want a
Ford
cooled
doesn't have
seat.
it. My buddy's Ford has it.
Really?
And the Dodge Rams have it.
Apparently didn't pay enough for mine.
They are okay. So I had a baseball tournament and it was like in the middle of nowhere, super hot, 90-something degree day. I was coaching and I got in my assistant coach's truck and he's like, watch this. And we had baseball pants on. So we're just cooking, right? But they're breathable. And he puts on the AC and then he puts it on the seat. And I was like the angels, like the heavens parted, and you heard the angels singing, and it was just like you had air blowing up your entire seat. It was amazing.
Yeah, it looks like you have to get the Lariat or the what's the premium one that they have? Platinum.
It's like a cloud
or
on your
add it
tush.
as a aftermarket thing, but
Semi trucks have heated and cooled seats. Yep.
I've always just had base model everything. Like,
well, I'm still driving a 71 truck, so
but that's cool. Like that's the cool factor.
It is so hot in that truck. I don't have carpet.
Well, I don't mean cool in that way.
I know. It's so hot. I don't have any like deadener on the firewall. It's and my exhaust goes right underneath where my feet are, so it's like it just radiates in there. It's painful.
That sounds pretty brutal.
It is, but you do look cool. Not gonna lie, it's pretty rad. Pretty rad. I need to drive it. I haven't driven it in like a week.
Semi trucks have heated and cooled seats. My 68 Mustang has cooled seats because of the holes in the leather. Yeah. Well, cool, man. We should wrap this up so I can go to bed. I have to take that mountain bike in to get it worked on in the morning and then get back to work.
Nice.
And then hopefully they'll have it done by the end of the day. I doubt it. It's probably going to be several days, but I want them to start.
To put a chain
well, to have them put it on, usually, you take it in, they've got work orders already ahead of you for people that have their bikes in. I ain't putting it on the stinking mountain bike with all the derailleurs and all that junk.
Isn't there only one?
Yes.
All right.
But it's brand new. They're going to do it. Like I have to leave it because he needs to tighten up all the spokes and all that too after the first few rides. So yeah. But I'm going to be out of town for the weekend, heading to Dallas.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That should be fun for you.
Yep. So
that's cool. That's awesome.
It's again, traveling with cameras and stuff is.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to decide if when I go to Carolina later on, if I'm flying. I'm like 11 miles away from going platinum with Delta. So I'm kind of like, man, I should just fly and hit that
milestone.
Hit the milestone while I can still use it for this year and for next year.
Oh.
But
what is the
but I'm also like I want to drive because like there's some stuff I'd like to try to bring back with me, souvenirish stuff, and
yeah, you should drive.
So, but then I'm like, do I rent a truck instead of putting the miles on my truck?
You can,
it might be worth it if I get double the gas mileage.
If you rent a Dodge Ram, which is a very popular rental, they have cooled seats.
Do they?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can get the Longhorn one that has cooled seats. We rented that one.
Yeah, but that's going to be expensive on gas still too. Like I would want to do like one of the smaller, like a Toyota Tacoma or something. Yeah.
Dude, I don't even think they have those as rentals.
See you, Alex.
Just get a hatchback. If whatever you're thinking of fits in a hatchback.
It might.
That'd be sweet.
It might.
Be like planes, trains, and automobiles.
Well, I've got one of those huge Agio bags now. But
yeah. Is that how you say it?
Agio. How do you say it? Agio.
I thought it was. I have no idea. I thought it was OGO.
OGO. That sounds better.
Yeah. Who knows? Everyone's checking out. They're punching out.
We're punching out too. I'm hitting the sleepy time mode.
OGO. Jeff Brown says, "Hey, Jeff Brown's back in the chat. What's going on, Jeff Brown?"
Yeah, he like totally dodged on all the parts about swapping the electronics on the.
It's like I'm out.
SCX. I can change the servo though, right, Jeff? For class 1, I can change the servo and the tires. I thought that was the rule.
He fell asleep again. He says, "Yeah."
All right. Well, I stuck in a honey badger, and I need to buy some of the Proline tires. So
Your WD-40 has worn off.
it
in your
is
chair.
squeaking. I got to find out where the squeak is. It sounds like it's in the back of the chair. I don't know. I just need to go to my other office again. I've started moving back there, so it's good. Anyway, I'm starting up another topic. Let's cut it. Because I'm terrible at ending conversations. So stay classy.
You just